But either way, parsing the words, we love to parse words. And you look at the Viking situation, there was a lot of educated hot air. Big words were said. Gobbledygook. Cliches and platitudes. Kirk Cousins.
To get the rest of what Big Ben said, podcast it by searching The Ben Maller Show. And as always, you can hear The Ben Maller Show weekdays from 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific, right here on Fox Sports Radio.
And now, the Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
I started to wonder about this yesterday. Aaron Rodgers, don't know what's happening. He's turned 39.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network. From Learfield, this is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling. Presented by Pioneer, an American seed brand since 1926. Also brought to you by Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Oak Knoll, an active life care community. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, your family-friendly, dependable, and honest auto repair shop, celebrating 29 good years in Iowa City. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, a luxury hotel and spa, 5 restaurants and more, just minutes south of Iowa City. Homewood and Home 2 Suites, preferred hotel of the Hawkeye Radio Network. And by Pioneer, an American seed brand since 1926. Now, welcome to Hawkeye Wrestling.
Good Sunday afternoon. Welcome into the UW Fieldhouse up in Madison, Wisconsin, as the Hawkeyes get ready to take on depends on the poll you look at, number 16, Wisconsin Badgers. Stephen Grace, Mark Ironside saying thanks for joining us here. Nice little jaunt up 151. Most of the snow was mostly melted on our way here this morning and getting ready for some hot action here on the mats. And Mark, coming off of Friday's big win over Nebraska, and you've got Penn State coming in next Friday. We're heading out there. Easy to maybe overlook this, have this be a letdown, but I know Coach Brands is making sure his guys are right focused, ready to go as soon as they come out here this afternoon.
Yeah, I think the key, as we'll hear, Tom talk here shortly from your pre-match interview with him. I think the key, though, is we're on a roll. Ever since the Illinois match, we went to Purdue and got things going in the right direction, and then Northwestern, we followed suit, and then we tripled down against Nebraska, wrestled well there. We just need to keep that going, and one, to keep the wrestling going, keep putting points on the scoreboard. I was down in the locker room when Tom was talking to the team before they came up and started warming up and drilling here up on the mat, and one of the main things that he was, hitting home on was put points on the scoreboard and just really staying in your position, staying where you're good, and putting points on the scoreboard and really not getting into it until it's your time to get into it because, this is a pretty small, confined field house. The fans are on top of you. There's kids kind of trying to do distraction. There's a huge line of kids wanting everybody's autograph when they're coming out of the locker room. And it just, staying focused and staying true to your regimen and your warm-up and not get into it until it's your time to get into it. The other thing is staying healthy. That's extremely important, obviously. We don't have a whole lot of the conference season left, but the biggest duel of the year is coming up next Friday night when we're going to be out in Bryce George Center in State College, and so we want to make sure that we do everything we can right now is to stay healthy. And the best way to stay healthy is you be on the attack. It's your offense. You're in control, and not getting in situations where you're not comfortable with, and the guy sneaks in a shot. Next thing you know, he's in on your leg, and it's getting twisted and stuff like that. You stay in control, and that's where you're safest.
Today's meet preview brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings. Shop online at HyVeeDeals.com. It's kind of nice. It's always interesting when you come on the road. You look forward to some of that hostile environment, but we're kind of like right in the middle of all of the Iowa fans and parents, and so we just got a lot of black and gold surrounding us. So it's almost like we're back in Carver Hawkeye.
A little bit, not quite as nice as that, but
too much red.
It is a great environment in here, and the Wisconsin fans outnumber the Iowa fans, as I would hope that they would, but we do have quite the Iowa following coming up here today, more so than in the years past, I think, for sure.
Like Mark mentioned, I did have a chance to track down Coach Brands down outside the locker room. You'll hear from him in a stairwell. Felt like I was a little aggressive here today. Thought I was talking loud. So he'll mention that when we talk a little bit on air. But we will hear from him when we come back. Iowa and Wisconsin in a few minutes from Madison. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Hey everyone, I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I have some exciting news to share. At Wahlburgers, we are all about bringing the family together to enjoy a great meal and have a great time. That's why right now, for a limited time, kids eat free every day at all Hy-Vee Wahlburger locations. Kids 12 and under can enjoy one free kids meal with any purchase of an adult burger, sandwich, or entree salad.
Bring the family to Wahlburgers and the Wahlburgers and Hy-Vee stores, where right now, kids can eat free.
We're all looking for ways to fight inflation. Choosing Monica's can help. Their portions are big, so you can share your meal with someone in your group and still get plenty. Or just take your leftovers home for a free meal tomorrow. Also, you can always order off the specials menu. Every day there are 2 items on special. And always take advantage of free bread and soft drink refills and happy hour on weekdays. Monica's, a great way to fight inflation.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall. If you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC, Iowa City.
Welcome back to the pre-meet. Time now for our talk with Hawkeye Coach Tom Brands, presented by Pioneer, and on the road up to Wisconsin. And Coach, like we said, continuing on here, a lot of key matches that are going to have to be ready to take on as soon as we step out on that mat here this afternoon.
Yeah, a couple things. We're at 125 start. That's good. We'll go with Drake Rhodes at 174. We'll go with Colby Franklin at 197. When's the last time you had 2 true freshmen in the lineup? We got to be on our horses, and we are coming off a little bit of a high maybe. But these guys understand competition, and they understand what it's like to get ready individually. And you know what? If they aren't ready, I guess we'll all find out together. That's where I'm at.
Well, like we say, it's always hard. The season flies along. We're down to the just final 4 or 5 dual meets, so really getting to that crunch time. So need to make sure that you've got those things ready to go as soon as you step out.
Yeah, crunch time or not, when it's opportunity to compete, you want to be at your best. I mean, that's what competitors do. It's not about getting up for the big one or whatever. It's about every time out. And it really goes without saying, but, reminders go a little ways. And, we're standing here in a stairwell right now, and, tell you what, we got an opportunity here.
Looking forward to it. Thanks very much, Coach.
Thanks.
It's Hawkeye Coach Tom Brands, presented by Pioneer. When it comes to great yield potential and strong agronomic performance in your fields, choose Pioneer. What's next happens here. Back with more of the pre-meet right after this. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Stock up on your big game essentials with Local Craft Cellar. Local Craft Cellar in Cedar Rapids is your one-stop shop, offering Eastern Iowa's best selection of craft beer, wine, and spirits, plus Edgewood locker meats and a wide variety of Iowa-made products. At Local Craft Cellar, they have the stuff you won't find anywhere else. Stop by today at 7085 C Avenue Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Again, that's 7085 C Avenue Northeast. Please drink responsibly.
Hey everyone, I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I have some exciting news to share. At Wahlburgers, we are all about bringing the family together to enjoy a great meal and have a great time. That's why right now, for a limited time, kids eat free every day at all Hy-Vee Wahlburger locations. Kids 12 and under can enjoy one free kids meal with any purchase of an adult burger, sandwich, or entree salad.
Bring the family to Wahlburgers and the Wahlburgers and Hy-Vee stores, where right now kids can eat free.
This is Coralville City Administrator Kelly Hayworth reminding you to shop and eat locally. Now, your favorite Coralville businesses offer more options for finding what you want for your home and family. Local restaurants, bakeries, and breweries have perfected carryout and delivery. Coralville shops continue excelling in personalized service. They take pride in helping you find the perfect item or gift for any occasion. Thank you for infusing Coralville with your shopping and dining dollars.
Making a move from the outhouse to the penthouse? Do you have property your brothers need help with transferring ownership? Do you love everything Hawkeye from Kinnick to Carver? Then you'll want to talk with us. Hi, this is Steve Anderson with Hawkeye Title and Settlement, ready to serve you high-quality real estate title and closing services. Oh, and we also love our Iowa basketball, but we're also happy to assist Cyclone fans too. Hawkeye Title and Settlement of Iowa City and HawkeyeTitle.com. The team you love, the people you trust.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
Welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin, UW Fieldhouse. Stephen Grace and Mark Ironside as the Hawkeyes and Wisconsin getting ready to take to the mats. Going to start things off, like we heard Coach Brands mention, at 125 pounds. Top-ranked Spencer Lee, the senior at 9-0, takes on number 5 Eric Barnett, a senior at 13-3 at 133 pounds. Brody Teske for the Hawkeyes, junior at 3-0, takes on number 28 Taylor Lamont, graduate student with a record of 7-9. At 141, second-ranked Real Woods, the senior at 8-0, takes on number 26 Joseph Zargo. He is a sophomore with a record of 8-4. He's just coming off of a win over number 15 Phileas of Purdue on Friday night. 149, seventh-ranked Max Murin for the Hawks, senior at 13-2, takes on number 2 Austin Gomez, a senior at 10-1. At 157, Kobe Seabrecht, the junior at 7-2, takes on number 18 Garrett Model. He is a senior, 12-5. He knocked off number 3 Kendall Coleman of Purdue on Friday. At 165, ninth-ranked Patrick Kennedy, the sophomore at 12-1, takes on number 6 Dean Hamiti. He is a sophomore with a record of 13-4. At 174, as you heard Coach mention, one of 2 true freshmen in the lineup for the Hawkeyes, Drake Rhodes, the freshman at 1-0, takes on junior Josh Otto. He is 5-9 on the year. At 184, number 8 Abe Assad, 14. Dow, he is a senior with a record of 4-9. The other true freshman in the Hawkeye lineup, Colby Franklin, 8-3 mark this year, takes on number 13 Braxton Amos. He is a sophomore with a record of 12-4. And we close things out with the heavyweights. Third-ranked Tony Cassioppi for the Hawkeyes, senior at 15-0, taking on number 10 Trent Hilger. He is a senior with a record of 11-4. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels, Homewood Suites and Home 2 Suites by Hilton. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. Getting ready for the singing of the national anthem. Hawkeyes getting ready to line up over there. Like Mark said, good crowd filing their way in here. This place holds about 7,000. The lower bowl is most of the way full, so probably about 4,000 down here. So, be a nice hostile crowd.
I'm surprised there's not more fans in here, actually. It's nice, and they're on top of you in this lower bowl. They're right on top of you on the map. I'm surprised that you don't get more here.
We'll come back with wrestling action when we come back from our final break of the pre-meet. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Hi, Hawkeye fans. My name is Denali. And I'm Briley. We're still members of your Iowa Hawkeye softball team. During the offseason, conditioning is number 1. At Iowa City Tire and Service, they keep our cars in top running condition year-round. And they treat their customers like family. Find them at 410 Kirkwood Avenue or online at ictire.com. Proud sponsors of Hawkeye softball. Iowa City Tire and Service, where service actually comes first. Go Hawks! Woo-hoo!
Hawk fans, stop in and visit Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. It's within walking distance to Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as some great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of the Hawk Talk with Fran McCaffrey radio show. Come find your place at Hyatt Regency, where we care for people so they can be their best.
Hit a deer? Call Premier.
Premier Automotive in North Liberty is Eastern Iowa's most trusted name in auto body repair. Our premier reputation is built on providing superior customer service, accurate estimates, and high-quality work. Our experienced staff guarantees your vehicle is restored and back on the road in no time. Premier Automotive in North Liberty or online at premierautoiowa.com. Drive safely, but if you hit a deer, call Premier.
It's Hawkeye basketball season, and there's just one place where you can get caught up every week, right here on your home of the Hawks. Doug Wagner, this Sunday at 11 a.m., join former Hawkeye hoop star James Moses and me for the Alto for Cat Hoops Hawkeye Huddle. We'll look back in the week in review for both the men's and women's teams, take a look at their next opponents, and wrap up the conference action as well. The Alto for Cat Hoops Hawkeye Huddle, Sunday at 11 a.m. on your home of the Hawks, News Radio 600 WMT.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
Back in Madison, the UW Fieldhouse, Stephen Grace and Mark Ironside as national anthem in the books. And Hawkeyes out, waiting for starting lineups to be announced. Playing the intro video before Wisconsin makes their way out from the team tunnel. Wisconsin mat, black on the outside. It's got a red circle, and then the entire state of Wisconsin in white with the big block W Wisconsin logo in the middle.
You know, looking at here and being here, and as much as they're trying to, you know, they got the red strobe light going on and all the lights off and the spotlight in the middle of the mat, and it just really, really makes you appreciate Carver Hawkeye Arena and being an Iowa Hawkeye. Because once you've been there and you've wrestled there throughout your career, or you've done all the broadcasting there, and that's your home arena for you, Stephen, and all of our Hawkeye fans, I could never imagine being in a smaller school like this and wrestling for a school like this. And, man, just from that fact alone, Carver Hawkeye Arena versus something like this, if I'm on a recruiting trip and question where I want to wrestle, just there's a lot of great sell pitches for the University of Iowa wrestling program, but having Carver Hawkeye Arena as your home arena is an awful big one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been fun. You know, you get to see, you and I are lucky enough, we get to see these different places. You compete at a lot of different places. And, you know, I remember when we were at Purdue, and I had seen several tweets where people were like, wow, they're wrestling like in a high school gymnasium. And, you know, some of these other schools, that's all they get is 500 to 1,000 people to a wrestling match, because it's not followed as closely as it is in Iowa City. And so it's easy to maybe take for granted when you've got 14,000 fans right there screaming and cheering you on, but it is something special, that's for sure.
Well, before we get too far here, this broadcast we got underway. Actually, you know I got to do it, Stephen. Let everybody know in Hawkeye Nation out there that's listening in today that it is my partner in crime here, Stephen Grace's birthday today. January 22nd. It's an easy day for me to remember birthdays with sharing it with my former radio partners, Maury Adams, for one, and then also my daughter Hannah is birthday today. She's 19 years old today, and Stephen, I don't want to say your age today, you know, because you're starting to creep up there. I mean, you're over 40 now.
I had to chuckle because we were down outside the locker room, and Terry Brands came out, and somebody said, "Did you know it's his birthday?" "Oh yeah, hey, you are 36." I'm like, putting my thumb up in the air, like, keep going, 37, 38. I'm like, no. And finally, Mariah's like, you were born, and she gave the year. And I'm like, there you go. He's like, oh. So, yeah, I'm a few years past 40. So I got starting lineups announced. We've got one of the promoters here kind of helping promote, get things going. Captain's out there waiting to shake hands. Jacob Warner, one of those captains, not going to wrestle today. Max Murin's got a big match against Gomez. Ray Santiago and Jaron Quincy are the referees for this afternoon's duel. Live on Big Ten Network. It will be going probably live here pretty soon. Getting ready to get things underway as the referees do make their way out.
Who are the referees today?
Ray Santiago and Jaron Quincy. A lot of people chomping at the bit looking for this matchup with Spencer Lee, just mainly to see Spencer. Barnett comes in ranked number 5 in the country, but he's coming off of a loss to Ramos of Purdue, 4-3 on Friday night.
Yeah, close match there. Ramos, obviously from Purdue, is the one who took Spencer down and threw him to his back, and then Spencer came back with a vengeance early in the first period and then ended up pinning him. So, and that Ramos is good. This Barnett's good too, a senior, 11-2 on the season. He's right out of Wisconsin here, Greenville, Wisconsin, not too far from here at all. He's been around. He's a good wrestler. Spencer's very aware of that. Spencer, like we were talking a little bit about Spencer before the match started against Nebraska today. The thing is about Spencer is he doesn't take any of his opponents for granted at all. He knows this 125-pound weight class, we were talking a little bit about that on the way up today. This 125-pound weight class in the Big Ten is loaded with wrestlers.
Yeah. Spencer pacing around back and forth.
Waiting on TV here.
Barnett out there with his toe on the line already. They get the okay from the head table, shake hands, and we are underway. Barnett coming across hard with a couple of clubs. Spencer. Front headlock, look for a cradle. Now goes whip over pancaked, and Barnett bailed out.
He almost put Barnett to his back. Barnett came out hard. I mean, he came out hard, throwing some clubs right and lefts on Spencer. Spencer just kind of stayed in there, took the barrage, and then hit a sweep single. And then on that sweep single, Barnett tried defending it, and Spencer hit a whip over so hard he rolled through his back, and now he has his tilt locked up and has Barnett on his back. I mean, I'm just completely amazed by Spencer and how he's coming out and attacking these opponents and just almost toying with them. And these are really good quality, heavy hitters, too. These aren't just, 500 type wrestlers.
So Spencer got his 4 count, got right back to that same tilt, right on the edge of the mat, was trying to keep a toe in bounds, got a 2 count before they rolled out of bounds. As they did that, Barnett kind of popped free, but I think that was mainly because of where they were on the mat. So Spencer's out to an 8-0 lead.
Barnett doing a good job trying to keep his elbows back and trying to get hand control right now up to his feet. Spencer thought maybe would just intentionally release him and let him go, but he does right there. Now they're both back on their feet, which I like to see this too. I want to see Spencer wrestle a little bit more on his feet here, and obviously we want to see a big pin by Spencer every single time, but it's good for him to get some time on the mat, some mat time on the mat and continue to keep pushing himself. And you can't get out of the practice room when you get on a live mat.
Yeah.
Barnett much longer and lankier than what Spencer Lee is, and just kind of staying away from Spencer. Just a shout out to Spencer from a long ways away. Still wrestling on his knees. Spencer's so good in the front headlock short offense situation too. You're going to see a stalemate right there. Got 1:18 left to go in the first period. Spencer has 55 seconds built towards his riding time. It's up 8-1 right now.
Barnett tapping the head several times. Reaches for a shot. Spencer into that front headlock, but as soon as he gets that arm in there, Barnett starting to grab that right elbow. Spencer trying to circle around, but probably going to see a stalemate, and there it is. 53 seconds remain.
Barnett's learned his lesson. Right off the first whistle, he came across hard on Spencer, and moving everything, and then immediately got taken down. Now he's tapping him, staying a long ways away, keeping his distance from Spencer. He's like, all right, that didn't work out so good for me, so now I'm going to try and make this match last long.
There's Spencer. Hits a shot from a ways away. Into almost a similar situation as Friday night, trying to scramble through. Barnett reaching back, grabbing Spencer's ankle. Spencer trying to peel that leg free, seeing if he can come around. Now Barnett reaching back into Spencer. They roll through. Now Spencer about ready to get a takedown with that leg thrown in. Barnett reaching back. There is the 2 takedown for Spencer Lee. Not in a great spot to do anything as Barnett still hanging onto that ankle. Spencer reaching back, trying to pop that free. Barnett Potentially could try to shake him off there, but just kind of holding on to that ankle. Period will come to an end. So 10-1 is the lead for Spencer. Barnett's choice. He's going to take top.
That's a good. Oh, okay. That was a good scramble right there between Spencer and Barnett, and Spencer did a good job staying with that and finishing. He's got 1:10 riding time. Interesting that Barnett chooses top here.
Which, long and lanky, likes getting a leg in.
I get it. Spencer doesn't spend a lot of time in the down position. Nobody really ever gets on top of him, so this would be an opportunity to try and make the match last a little bit longer here.
Tried throwing a leg in. Spencer kept it out, and then he tried getting a quick little suck back. Forward pressure. Spencer, hand controlled. Barnett tries to pop him through, and he holds on to him with his leg. Then Spencer comes through the back door. Gives up a 2 near fall, and then gets a 2 reversal.
Barnett got a little bit too out of position there, trying to force that near fall, which I don't blame him at all. He had an opportunity. He got 2 near fall, but by doing that, it allowed Spencer to get a 2-point reversal instead of just a 1-point escape. And what you got to think about that is the last thing you want to do is you'd probably just rather give up the escape right there and not get the 2 near fall instead of letting a guy like Spencer Lee get on top of you with that 2-point reversal. Now he's tilting them up.
Got a 1 count. There he gets him past the 45.
More perpendicular here. He was 2 parallel. Now he's perpendicular. Now he got his 4 count. It's going to make it 16-3.
Spencer coming out on the side. See if he can adjust here.
No, he does. He pulls him back, uses that arm where he's so good. He lets go of the wrist. Now he's going to get the fall here.
He's got 35 seconds to try to cinch that up.
He's either going to get the tech fall or the fall, and that's how you do it. That's tight. I can't believe I called the fall yet.
I don't know what Spencer needs to do.
There you go.
There's
the fall. That's how you do it right there. That's exactly how you do it. Tech fall to a fall.
4:37 is all it takes for Spencer. He leads 6-0. What do you call an Enlist E3 soybean with elite germplasm? Introducing Pioneer brand A-Series Enlist E3 soybeans, featuring Pioneer's high-performance genetics like no other. Talk to your local Pioneer sales representative to learn more about these exclusive varieties. Teske coming out at 133, taking on Taylor Lamont, senior, 7-9 record. Graduate student came in from Utah Valley.
That's where he's from, is Utah Valley. I didn't look at Wisconsin, who all they have in their lineup for transfers or portal transfers. I looked for Nebraska. They had a lot.
Yeah,
I didn't
Lamont,
look at Wisconsin.
Technically Gomez, but he was at
that
Iowa
wasn't
State.
A portal, though.
Yeah, it wasn't a portal. He kind of got out and then.
He got out of the sport altogether.
Yeah.
Glad seeing Teske back in the lineup. Tom was really happy to have him in the lineup last Friday night against Nebraska. Need to get him some mat time and some matches, but also had to be cautious and careful, not overdoing it with his knee that's just keeps kind of nagging at him this season. Teske came out against Nebraska. Did he give up a takedown?
Yeah, he got taken down in the first, ridden for almost 2 minutes. There he popped, almost got to the high crotch, but Lamont steps out of it.
Taken down against Purdue to start with as well, too, and then came back and I believe got the major.
Got the major in that one, yes.
So we'll see if Teske can't come out and get his own first period takedown for a change. Take the lead right away.
Tight collar tie from both guys. Brody looked for that ankle. Lamont just threw the leg back out of the way. Shot by Lamont. Brody able to keep those hips solid. Lamont right now, left hand and an underhook. Brody trying to swim his arm up in there. Sweep
Nice
attempt by Lamont. Front head by Teske. Tried to circle around, but Lamont squares back up with him. Halfway through the first period, no score at 133 pounds. Hawks lead 6-0. Fall by Spencer Lee over Barnett.
Like to see Teske get in on a shot here. Lamont's had one shot on Teske. They're just both hanging out. I mean, they are hand fighting pretty hard, but just not a whole lot of really moving the guy out of position, trying to get angles, trying to force to get a shot off here with 1 minute to go here in the first period. Hawks lead this one 6-0 with a fall in the second period by Spencer Lee.
This is actually a rematch from the Big 12 finals from 2 years ago.
Really?
Teske winning 9-7.
That's why I like having you here, Steven. You're like a history buff. You didn't pull that right out of the back of your cap, but you had to look it up. But that's interesting. You knew to look for that.
Did some research.
Look at you go.
It's what my 43 years on this planet has taught me, is some wisdom like that.
And Teske won that one, what, 4-2?
9-7.
9-7.
Seconds left. There's an underhook headlock attempt by Lamont, and Teske's able to slip around behind him and gets the 2.
Well, now we got to ride him here for 10 seconds. Really important that we ride him for 10 seconds here.
There's a stall call on Teske.
We'll take it. We'll take it to be able to hold him down and ride him here for 10 seconds.
Teske leads 2-0 at the end of 1.
Nice job.
You said, Teske had that underhook, and Lamont tried to hit that headlock off of that.
Yeah, he was jacking up hard with that right-hand underhook, and Lamont went to hit him with a powerful headlock. And I thought maybe he was going to get it, but Teske did a good job sagging his hips just enough to where Lamont's grip with his elbow slipped off of his head, and we landed on top of her 2-point takedown.
Caution on Teske starting early as he starts down here.
That's big. That was a big takedown at the end of that first period. I'm surprised Lamont went for that when he did. Teske was good enough to take advantage of that.
Brody gets his hand control, now works up to his feet. Lamont reestablishes the hands. Teske trying to sag his hips. Lamont looking to pick him up, now looking to drop to an ankle, now just lets him out for the escape.
Teske doing a good job there keeping Lamont's knees back behind him so Lamont couldn't come around to the side, get an angle so he could get his hips in and pop and lift. So basically what it did was it forced Lamont to have to let go of him before he got a stall call against him.
Tom Brand's wanting a stall call because it felt like it's a similar time frame as what Brody got called for stalling at the end of the first. Brody tried passing an elbow by, but just having a hard time with some of the length of Lamont.
Yeah,
here.
I was just going to say that here about 20 seconds ago. The length of Lamont gives Teske a little bit of a fit here. I think as the match goes on, Teske will probably get a little bit more comfortable with that and start finding some openings and working through that length. But right now it's kind of keeping him at bay and not allowing him to fire off his offense like you'd like to. And that's where a guy like this that's long and lanky, you want to really work 2-on-1s and hit slide-bys and get angles and stuff instead of trying to kind of force 1-on-1. And that's going to come into play big time at 165 between Hamiti and Patrick Kennedy, where Patrick needs to make sure he tries to get circling and getting angles and stuff because he's going to have a really hard time getting through that length of Hamiti.
25 to go here, second period. 3-0 is the lead for Teske, for the Hawkeyes, over Lamont of Wisconsin.
I'd like to have seen a takedown here this period by Teske. Lamont's going to down to start the third period. Teske's already got a stall call against him, so Lamont gets to his feet. He's going to have to make sure that he returns him or cuts him. And I got a feeling Lamont's going to come at us with a barrage of moves there, once he gets to his feet and escape in the third period.
It will be Lamont choosing down. Lamont 3 seconds towards his riding time right now. Right away, head down, elbow back. Trying to get that hand control. Works up to his feet. Teske trying to return him. Looking to pull him back down. And drops down to the ankle. Climbs back up over the hips, picks him up and puts him back down.
Great work by Brody Teske there. Great work by Teske. That's why I don't like that rule at all. Automatic stall call if you can't return him within 5 seconds there, because Brody's doing everything in the world he can to return him. Lamont's just doing a good job of defending it, defending the lift, defending the return. It's good wrestling is what it is. And that rule ruins good wrestling in that position.
There are times that you need to call a stall.
Yeah, and that's what a referee's job is to do. Well, he'll know if someone's stalling there, and that's when he makes the call. And it shouldn't come down to just an automatic, And I mean, it's no different than a guy being in a shot, trying to finish a shot. Sometimes the guy defends it. Sometimes you finish the shot.
Yeah.
So we're going to start throwing out a rule to where if you don't finish the shot within 5 seconds, it's an automatic stall call. I mean, that's the referee's job. And, I mean, it should be the referee's job to make that judgment call.
They go out of bounds, get back to the center. Teske gets his riding time up over a minute. Lamont going to sit out. Teske trying to pressure forward. Now Lamont back up to his feet. Teske picks him up, puts him back down.
And now he's doing a better job of returning him.
Now he drives him flat, reaching to that far wrist.
Now he's really pressuring hard with his hips, putting a lot of forward pressure into Lamont. Lamont trying to stand back up to his feet. Teske returns him back down to the mat. A little bit different return that time instead of picking him up and putting him down. Teske putting a big ride on here in the second period. 20 seconds to go. He's up 3-1. Got riding time that won't be erased.
Lamont to his feet.
Lamont looking for something big there. Didn't get it, and that's going to do it. With 5 seconds to go. Teske's going to win this one on with riding time 4-0. Good job by Brody Teske. That's a big improvement from 9-7 to 4-0, shutting him out.
Hawks up by a score of 9-0. We'll take a timeout and be back with more from Madison. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
I want to go on the best game day beer run ever.
New route, local craft cellar in Cedar Rapids.
Let's go.
For the best selection of craft beer, wine, and spirits, the correct route is Local Craft Cellar. At Local Craft Cellar, find the drink of your choice and the unique items you won't find anywhere else. Plus, local Iowa specialties like your favorite Edgewood Locker brats. You've reached your destination. 7085 Z Avenue Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Local Craft Cellar, Eastern Iowa's best selection of craft beer. Please drink responsibly.
Save big money on your next kitchen update, now at Menards. Custom craft countertops are low maintenance, easy to install, and have a classy design. Browse our wide variety of mix and match styles and finishes for a look that's sure to wow on a budget. Menards offers a great selection of solid surfaces, laminates, and quartz countertops that will surely complement your kitchen remodel. Visit a Menards store near you and save big money on custom craft countertops.
Save big money at Menards.
Cheers to quality beers on Saturday, January 28th at the 11th Annual Burfest. Celebrate the beers of winter and the brewers who make them at Burfest. Sample and purchase craft beers showcased by 60 breweries from across the Midwest at the Hyatt Regency Hotel at the Iowa River Landing. Proceeds benefit Coralville's Fourth Fest and the Iowa Brewers Guild. Tickets are $50. Must be 21 or older. Buy tickets at BRRFest.org.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/Iowans win.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
Welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin, the UW Fieldhouse. Stephen Grace, Mark Ironside as we get ready for 149 pounds. Real Woods for the Hawkeyes taking on Joseph Zargo, sophomore with an 8-4 record. I think both wrestlers and both coaching staffs forgot it's BTN, so there was a 2-minute break there. Both guys have been out almost a minute, just waiting to go.
Real Woods likes this, though. He loves this. He loves this type of environment. I mean, he's a competitor, big-time competitor. He wants to get after it. I don't look for this one to go 7 minutes, Steven.
Zargo, like I said earlier, had a big win over number 15 Parker Filius of Purdue on Friday night by a score of 7-4.
Here we go.
Get the okay from the head table. Whistle sounds.
Real Woods coming after Zargo right out of the gate. A lot of hand fighting.
Big snap from both guys. Woods.
Both of them fighting
2-on-1.
Trying to get something to work with, some type of positioning here, and we have the 2-on-1, but Zargo has head position on us. Zargo right on the edge. trying to keep him in bounds.
Zargo tries to slide us by. We drop down to a shot off of that, trying to stay in bounds. Zargo actually trying to kick back inside.
Now we got him on his back. We got him on his back.
And getting some, well, we got a one count.
Leg
Now we got a leg
turk.
crossface.
There's two. There's for sure a 2 count there. That had to have been a 2 count.
I don't see any fingers up on referee Ray
How was
Santiago.
that not a 2 count?
I think Tom Terry and Telford all want to know that too.
Holy smokes. That was an easy 2 count. Boy, I tell you what. The other night he got cheated out of a 4-point near fall. Now he's getting cheated out of a 2-point near fall.
He's got the forehead into the triceps, trying to trap that wrist down underneath. Get that arm up onto the back at the same time. He's got that chicken wing in. Doesn't have the wrist. Hops over, pulling that wing back to him, right on the edge of the mat. Gets a little low on that wing. Tries switching off into a half. Slide out of bounds. Fresh start from the center. 1:27 to go, first period. Woods for the Hawkeyes, a 2-0 lead. 48 seconds towards riding time. Woods right away chops that right arm. Looks for a quick tilt out of it. Not there, so now he goes back to work with that wrist. Forehead into the triceps. Deep waist with the left arm. Gets that 2-on-1. Trying to roll it through.
And gets it.
Does. Almost had the fall right there. Got a 3 count.
Yeah, well, this guy's really slow at counting near falls. I can tell you that. Really, that should have been a 4 count, I thought. I know I'm sounding biased right now, Steven, but he's really slow.
Woods lets go of it. Gets around. Gets another tilt.
There we go.
Got
There
the
we go.
4
4
count.
count.
Now Real pulls that arm up, gets a chicken wing in, trying to see if he can get a wrist. Hops over. He's got the wing on the right side, hops over to the left, seeing if he can pull it to him.
30 seconds to go here in the first period. Real's up 8-0, and he has 150 of riding time and counting.
He's trying to run that
He's
chicken
got a chicken wing right now here, too, trying to run it over, and they call it potentially dangerous.
23 seconds left.
Did not look like there was anything wrong with that to me.
Bobby Telford pacing back towards the corner of the arena because he wasn't happy with that call either.
He did not look like he was doing anything illegal with the way that he ran that, was running that wing.
Chops into a quick tilt. Should be 1, 2.
He didn't even get a 1 count.
Ten seconds to go here in the first. Woods seeing if he can light him up for one more quick tilt here.
There you go. There you
Starts
go.
going one way and goes back the other. And the period will come to an end. So 8-0 is the lead for Real. Zargo defers. Woods is going to go neutral. He doesn't even give the signal for neutral. He just puts his toe on the line and says, let's go.
So I like his mentality. He just wants to go. He wants to wrestle.
8-0 with 2:14 of riding time.
Zargo coming across. He's coming across to some pretty big heavy rights, but now we're controlling that same right 2-on-1, the right arm of Zargo, just like what we were doing before. But again, Zargo has that head position, and it's tough for us to do anything there with it. Now Zargo was able to clear out of that. Same right on the edge of the mat, just like where we were before. Man, he keeps hitting Real Woods with some haymakers with that right hand.
Woods, that collar just kind of backing towards the center, trying to get some more real estate right there.
Zargo leading his left leg big time. I don't know if Woods has a sweep to that side or not, but if he does, you'd think he'd be looking for it. I don't know if he does because he keeps...
Nice little trip action there by Zargo as Woods had that 2-on-1, just reached almost like not really an outside trip, kind of an outside foot sweep. Rolled all the way through, and he came up. He's got Real's ankle right on the edge of the mat, 45 seconds left. Woods hopping around on that left foot. Zargo trying to get that elevated. He's got it up under the armpit, trying to pull him back towards the center. 30 seconds to go here in the second. Woods for the Hawkeyes leads 8-0. There he dumps him and gets the 2 takedowns. So Woods now leads 8-2.
25 seconds to go here in the second period. Right on the edge. Zargo riding us parallel. We do get our base built. Looks like Zargo is probably going to ride us out the rest of this period here. And it'll be interesting to see if Zargo chooses top.
Yeah. Go out of bounds with 3 seconds left.
This is good for Rio. He's getting some mat time in right now and continue working on his conditioning as well, too.
Tom Brand's hollering at Real. Hey, you got 3 seconds. Get a point here. Caution on Real starting early. All right, Zargo drops to an ankle, so that will be 8-2 as we go to the third. Zargo's choice, he's going to go neutral.
That's interesting. You don't see that very often. Both guys choose a neutral.
Yeah.
So they obviously both feel pretty confident. Either feel confident on their feet or have no confidence in their bottom. One of the two.
Zargo reaching for a leg there, but Real able to step out of it.
Zargo coming at us hard here. He wants his match. Real Woods does have 1:49 riding time, though. We keep getting that 2-on-1, but we can't do anything with it because we don't have head position. The last time we had it, he kind of just shucked us by with it and then kind of created a weird scramble situation off it, and he came out on top with a 2-point takedown. Woods with an underhook there. That's something.
Switches to that 2-on-1. Zargo drops for a shot, and we sprawl back. Minute 10 to go in the match. 8-2 is the lead for Woods of the Hawkeyes.
Woods needs a takedown here. We need to get trying to get a major here out of Woods.
He had about 6 more near fall points.
We definitely got cheated out of 2, which would have gave us the major.
Real going to that 2-on-1 again. Zargo clears out of it. Like you say, he's just leading that left leg. Be nice to.
Well, obviously,
Real
doesn't feel comfortable shooting to a guy's left leg because he hasn't done it the whole time, and he keeps going to that 2-on-1 on that side. Keeps going to 2-on-1 on that other side to try and get an angle to his Zargo's right leg.
Stall call on Woods. They stop it. Potentially dangerous hands to the face. 20 seconds left.
Big snap right there by Zargo. Snap Woods down all the way to the mat. Woods able to come up and rebound from that. Keeps trying to get that 2-on-1. Dang it. Was hoping for another takedown in that period, but we're going to win this one 9-2 after riding time.
Puts the Hawks up 12-0 in the team score. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, locally owned and operated, and voted best of the area for the 10th consecutive year. Proudly supports Hawkeye Wrestling. Trust Dodge Street Tire for honest auto repair and the best deals on Goodyear and Toyo tires. Dodge Street Tire and Auto celebrating over 30 good years on the corner of Dodge and Church Streets in Iowa City. We move to 149 pounds. Max Murin for the Hawkeyes taking on number 2, Austin Gomez. Senior with a 10-1 record.
What a great match last year between Vince Turk and Austin Gomez in Carver Hawkeye Arena. Man, Vince Turk wrestled him so good, so hard. Gomez, though, so stinking tough. Beating Sasso earlier in the year in the All-Star Duel and then beating DeMaca Hollis, too, right?
Yeah. And he got beat by Johnson.
From Peril Johnson from early in the season.
Yeah. It was right before he beat Yanni.
Yeah, his first dual meet of the year, I think.
Gomez in on a shot on Murin.
Sweep single. Murin's right side takes him down for a 2-point takedown.
Murin, tripod, starting to crawl towards the edge as Gomez wheelbarrows up. Max sprints back towards the center. 12-0 is the lead for the Hawkeyes in the team score. Gomez with the takedown leads Murin 2-0. Max up out for the escape. Gomez, I think I've seen probably at least 4 or 5 different matches of his this year that you get into some sort of crazy body lock over-under situation. He's a thrower.
He loves being there. Right there, Max Murin hit a double from a tie, and Gomez got his legs back up to her feet.
2:10 to go
nice
here.
Snap
first
there
period.
by Murin.
Gomez posting on our forehead. Now comes across, right hand under the collar. We've got our left hand in the collar. Another low single attempt by Gomez. Max keeps that leg back. Big snap again from Murin. Duck attempt there by Gomez. Max inside collar on the left, controlling with his right hand on Gomez's other wrist. Another duck attempt, stall call against Murin.
How can he be called for stalling? He's been snapping. He took a double leg shot earlier. I mean, he's not doing a lot, but it's not like Gomez is doing anything more than we are.
Murin with a double leg attempt, but Gomez sprawls back, catches us in a front head. Max trying to work up out of it. 1 minute to go here in the first. Gomez for Wisconsin, a 2-1 lead on Iowa's Max Murin. I don't mind that stall call as long as it's consistent throughout the match and throughout the whole dual meet. There's Max.
Whole season for that matter.
Well, yeah. A lot of hand fighting so far. 25 seconds to go now in the first. Max trying to find an opening here. Gomez just staying in good, solid position. Both guys changed levels at the same time right there.
Well, once Gomez got that takedown, he's really kind of shut down since then. That's what I'm saying. He hasn't done anything more than what we've done.
Yeah. Murin's choice. He's going to start down. Gomez only able to ride Max for 10 seconds. After that takedown in the first, Max working to a sit out, now trying to reach back to peel those hands. Gomez looking for a quick tilt. Max works back to his base. Now tripod to his feet. Gomez around the waist, just pushes us away, so we're tied up at 2.
Somehow, some way here, Murin's got to work hard trying to get to a leg of Gomez, which is not easy to do. Gomez is doing a good job staying in a good position, and misdirection shot right there by Gomez. Dropped down to his knees, faked one way and went the other way, but we didn't fall for it. Now we drops down again. We kind of try to get in on him right there.
Murin with a little fake, trying to create some motion. And this feels like, again, one of those where, you know, Max likes to come so straight on, and against a guy like Gomez, Mark, he's so solid. You've got to find that angle and keep the weight off of you and try to be able to finish quick.
Angles. There's a nice shot right there by
Double cuts off head to the
Murin.
inside single, but Gomez showing some powerful hips. Max trying to adjust. Gomez showing good defense here. Max still trying to adjust. Over close to the edge of the mat. 40 seconds to go, second period.
Not in very good position here to finish right on the edge of the mat, but that was a great shot. He found a way to get to the leg. And like you said, Gomez showed some serious hip power right there and kept them hips away. Good job by Gomez. Nice shot by Murin. Good wrestling. 25 seconds to go here in the second period. The first period.
Second.
No, second period, yeah.
Down to 10 on the clock. Aaron, both hands on the collar tie right there as the period will come to an end. Tied up at 2. Gomez will start down to begin the third. He has 26 seconds built towards his riding time. See what Max decides to do here, Mark. If he ride him for a while or if he's going to basically let him out right away. And that's basically what he does as Gomez gets to his feet, gets the escape.
I think that was smart. Just cut him and start getting to work on a takedown. A takedown wins this.
3-2 is the lead for Gomez of Wisconsin. Hawks lead 12-0 in the team score. Shot from Murin from a ways away. Gomez tried to get a go behind, but Max hustles and squares back up. Fake by Gomez gets Murin to sprawl back out of the way. Have you seen something, Mark, that Max needs to look for here in this last minute 12?
Well, I keep saying it's just so straight on. Just wrestling so straight on. We got to find a way to get some angles. Having a hard time getting through his arms.
Reshot by both guys right there. Neither one touched the leg. There's a low single attempt by Gomez. Gets to our leg. We're trying to lock up. See if we can hang on to him. Gomez scrambling through. Hanging on to one leg. Max trying to kick away, and Gomez able to stuff that down to the mat and gets the takedown to make it 5-2.
It's a good shot by Gomez right there. We're so quick.
Murin up to his feet. Gomez pushes us out, trips us down, head back to the center. 34 on the clock. Murin set. Max up into a tripod. Hand control gets the escape. So 5-3. 25 seconds remain. Max, that double leg attempt straight on.
He's got to come up into a... I was going to say come up into a bylock or something there, but he's probably the last person you want to do that with.
Right. Stall call on Gomez. Max does come across, taking a shot. Gomez front head, circles. And it will be 5-3, the final score. Gomez with the win. Gets Wisconsin on the board, 12-3 in favor of the Hawkeyes. We'll take a timeout, be back with more from Wisconsin. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
I want to go on the best game day beer run ever.
New route. Local craft cellar in Cedar Rapids.
Let's go.
For the best selection of craft beer, wine, and spirits, the correct route is Local Craft Cellar. At Local Craft Cellar, find the drink of your choice and the unique items you won't find anywhere else. Plus, local Iowa specialties like your favorite Edgewood Locker brats. You've reached your destination. 7085 C Avenue Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Local Craft Cellar, Eastern Iowa's best selection of craft beer. Please drink responsibly.
Save big money on your next kitchen update, now at Menards. Custom craft countertops are low maintenance, easy to install, and have a classy design. Browse our wide variety of mix and match styles and finishes for a look that's sure to wow on a budget. Menards offers a great selection of solid surfaces, laminates, and quartz countertops that will surely complement your kitchen remodel. Visit a Menards store near you and save big money on custom craft countertops.
Save big money at Menards.
Cheers to quality beers on Saturday, January 28th at the 11th Annual Burfest. Celebrate the beers of winter and the brewers who make them at Burfest. Sample and purchase craft beers showcased by 60 breweries from across the Midwest at the Hyatt Regency Hotel at the Iowa River Landing. Proceeds benefit Coralville's Fourth Fest and the Iowa Brewers Guild. Tickets are $50. Must be 21 or older. Buy tickets at BRRRFest.org.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
UW Fieldhouse on the campus of the University of Wisconsin in Madison. Just announced during that commercial break, 5,056 is the attendance tonight, a new record for this facility for wrestling.
What? Are you serious? Are you serious, Clark?
That's what they said.
Wow.
It was on the big screen, Mark, so it's got to be true. We move to 157 pounds. Kobe Seabrecht for the Hawkeyes taking on Garrett Model, senior with a 12-5 record, who said a 4-3 win over number 3 Kendall Coleman on Friday. Last Sunday, lost a 5-3 decision to then number 8 Will Luan of Michigan. I think Gomez is the outlier on this team. He's about the only one that's really short, stocky, compact. I think everybody else is just long, lanky, just...
Yeah, it's like what they look for in recruiting.
Yeah, which is funny because, I mean, Chris Bono, it's almost like they're letting Seth Gross do the recruiting. You know, it's more of a Seth Gross body style than a Chris Bono body style.
This should be an interesting matchup,
Yeah.
Steven.
Both these guys, long, lanky, funky, do some strange things. Seabrecht coming off of that loss Friday night to number 1 Peyton Robb. There's a 2-on-1. Inside trip attempt by Model. Kobe just clears out of it. It's back across. Gets his left hand up into the collar. Snaps. Oh,
Nice
almost
shot.
got to the ankle right there.
Nice shot right there by Kobe Seabrecht. Almost passed an elbow by, went into a low single right there, and Motto was able to just barely step out of it.
2:20 to go here. First period, no score at 157 pounds. Hawks lead 12-3 in the team score. Model keeps looking for that 2-on-1 on Kobe's left side. Kobe pushing that head away to the far side. Looked for an underhook over there on that right. Couldn't get his hand underneath, though. Model still has that 2-on-1. Now just lets that out. Kobe pushes him away. Model makes a couple of fakes. Kobe trying to get hand on him. Does. Left-handed collar. Now forces up double unders here. Kobe trying to get that body lock. Model. Double overs, locking his hands inside.
Interesting.
He's looking
here.
at seeing if he can do a toss. Kobe trying to adjust.
Both kind of nervous about getting in there with each other. Now Kobe has his hands locked, and then I go out of bounds, and Model kind of wizards us out of bounds.
Inside trip action by Model as they go out, head back to the center with 1:16 on the clock. Kobe, left hand on the collar, trying to clear that right hand out. Break the tie. There's a shot from a non-tie, and Model gets to our leg. Kind of telegraphed that one, Mark, but Kobe just was slow to react and gets to our leg, trying to sit back into us here as we're draped over the back. Pops the head off, turns in. Kobe scooting those hips, though. Rolling through. Almost gets caught in that neutral danger position. Scrambling, hanging on to the leg. 35 seconds to go. Model trying to drive us through. Kobe now up, sitting down. Now sitting back into Model. Model reaching back, grabbing our leg.
Wow.
What did we say about two guys pretty identical with a lot of funky scramble situations? Hanging on to each other's ankles.
That was a great job by the referee right there going to no call. Originally called 2, and then he took it away right away, and he went to a no call, and they've been scrambling ever since.
Kobe trying to keep a toe in, see if he can adjust, basically just hanging on for the period to come to an end.
Wow.
Model's choice. He'll start down. Kobe adjusts the knee sleeve on his right leg. Now covers. Into that claw ride right away is Model into a tripod. Looking up to his feet. Kobe comes around on the left side, trying to trip him down. Able to dump him down. Now just has to let out because he was on that ankle. Almost gave up the stall call. Model leads 1-0. Minute 35 to go, second period. Another shot from Model from a ways away. Got our legs back this time.
Big
couldn't get around, though.
Big seatbelt deep waist in here by Model. We have kind of a wizard overhook in here.
Stalemate it.
They both are respecting each other from those kind of throwing positions. They're not wanting to push the envelope too far, but eventually it might come down to where they're going to have to.
Right. Kobe trying to pass the elbow to the ankle, but Model stepped out of it again.
That shot Kobe's trying to hit today. Passing that elbow by and going to an ankle right there. I like it a lot. Passing that right arm of Model's through and right on the elbow, and then going down to Model's right ankle.
We're trying to find double underhooks there. Model quickly swims out of that and clears away. .35 seconds to go, second period. Model a 1-0 lead over Iowa's Kobe Seabrecht. Kobe snapped, but just kind of snapped, but didn't really follow through with anything. Iowa fans clamoring for a stall call on Model. Now Model gets a 2-on-1 as the period comes to an end. Model takes the 1-0 lead into the third. Seabrecht will have his choice. He'll start down.
Going down, Wisconsin to ride.
This is big for Kobe here. He needs an escape or a reversal, one of the two. And I'm throwing your notes all over the floor here, Steven. Sorry.
It's all right. Kobe does tripod up to his feet, gets the hand control out for the escape. And a shot from Model from a ways away. Kobe sprawls, front headlock.
Well, it's all tied up 1-1. Like I told you, it might come down to, they both have been trying to take shots and getting to nowhere. It might come down to kind of an over-under or double overs or double unders type of situation. They just say, oh, heck with it. We're going to go for it, and whoever ends up on top is going to win this match. There's another shot by Kobe to Model's right leg. Neither guy's been called for stalling yet, have they?
No. Model with a half attempt. We take another half attempt. Get caught. Reaching with that right arm. Model throws the underhook on that with his left. That's how he was able to stop it. Now he tries ducking with sprawl back, front head.
Now we're
able to get to the leg.
Head to the outside.
Dump him over top of us, right on the edge of the mat.
Go, Model. Cut off. There you go. 2. Call the 2. Give him the 2. Oh, we lost the ankle.
Whizzer.
Shelf it. Now go down to the ankle here. Ah, no.
Tries going power half look right there.
Oh, my goodness. Why is that potentially dangerous? There's no way that should have been potentially dangerous. But we also shouldn't have come up off the leg either.
Yeah. So it's still tied at 1. 57 seconds remains in regulation.
Good shot by Kobe, though. I like this. He's been shooting a lot more in this match here.
Model with the double from a ways away, and again we sprawl into the front headlock.
30 seconds, hard 30.
Model now hanging on to our right elbow. Stalemate blown, 25 to go. Kobe hits a nice sweep, head to the inside, trying to elevate with it here.
Nice.
Off to a double.
Yes! Beautiful shot and even a better finish. How fast he came up in the air right there, re-penetrated with his hips. Beautiful.
Model to his feet. Kobe pushes him away.
That was huge.
Period will come to an end. Kobe Seabrecht with the win, 3-2. Gives the Hawks the 15-3 lead. Win some sweet seats for the National College Basketball Tournament in Des Moines or a Minnesota Timberwolves game in Minneapolis. Enter non-winning Money Madness or tripler scratch tickets in the VIP Club. Find more info at ialottery.com. We are at the intermission. Hawks on top 15-3. Back right after this. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
I'm in a test plot near Portageville, Missouri that's dedicated to new Pioneer brand A-Series and List E3 soybeans. Row to row, it looks impressive. But what's more impressive is what you can't see with the naked eye. Exclusive and elite Pioneer genetics. And the performance makes it anything but a regular Enlist E3 soybean. From field to lab, Pioneer brand A-Series and Enlist E3 soybeans are like no other.
Cheers to quality beers on Saturday, January 28th at the 11th Annual Burfest. Celebrate the beers of winter and the brewers who make them at Burfest. Sample and purchase craft beers showcased by 60 breweries from across the Midwest at the Hyatt Regency Hotel at the Iowa River Landing. Proceeds benefit Coralville's Fourth Fest and the Iowa Brewers Guild. Tickets are $50. Must be 21 or older. Buy tickets at BRRRFest.org.
Save big money on your next kitchen update, now at Menards. Custom craft countertops are low maintenance, easy to install, and have a classy design. Browse our wide variety of mix and match styles and finishes for a look that's sure to wow on a budget. Menards offers a great selection of solid surfaces, laminates, and quartz countertops that will surely complement your kitchen remodel. Visit a Menards store near you and save big money on custom craft countertops.
Save big money at Menards.
I want to go on the best game day beer run ever.
New route, local craft cellar in Cedar Rapids.
Let's go.
For the best selection of craft beer, wine, and spirits, the correct route is local craft cellar. At local craft cellar, find the drink of your choice and the unique items you won't find anywhere else. Plus, local Iowa specialties like your favorite Edgewood Locker brats. You've reached your destination. 7085 C Avenue Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Local craft cellar, Eastern Iowa's best selection of craft beer. Please drink responsibly.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
Back in Madison, we are at the intermission from the UW Fieldhouse. Iowa leading Wisconsin by a score of 15-3. Stephen Grace, Mark Ironside, thanking you for joining us here on a sunny Sunday afternoon. As the Hawkeyes winning 4 out of those first 5 matches, and Max Murin wrestled well in a loss. I mean, that's not a bad loss to a Gomez. I mean, obviously, need to find some things to adjust because he can win that, but he gave himself a chance there.
Gave himself a chance, got in the legs a couple of times, just, couldn't get anywhere or finish with it. It just, when he is getting in the leg, he's quite a ways away, and he's getting extended quite a bit. He needs to get a little bit deeper in those legs or at least get his hips repenetrated underneath him, and that's a lot easier said than done against someone like Austin Gomez, who has really, really good heavy hips. So, I think when he goes back and he watches some film and trying to figure out what he can really look hard at getting angles and sweeps and hitting them from the flank versus straight on.
Hawks going to see a couple of true freshmen here in the second half. We've got a couple of guys that went overseas yesterday and competed over in France and came home with 2 golds, a silver, and a bronze. Austin DeSanto, 6-3 win over Georgia. He was down 10-2 at the break and came back to beat Nashawn Garrett 14-13. That is a heck of a match. I need to find a video of that to see it sometime. And then he beat Shelton Mack, formerly of Pittsburgh, in the finals by a score of 5-4. I believe they wrestled in college several times. At 65 kilos, Pat Lugo got a fall over Poland. He won 4-3 over Germany. Got a big 6-2 win over Kolodzik, formerly of Princeton. That would have been a great 1 versus 2 matchup at the 2020 NCAAs, but never happened. And then beat Kashawn Clark, North Carolina wrestler, wrestling for Germany. 7-0 was the final in that one. And then Alex Marinelli, silver medal, got a win over Canada in the round of 16, a win over Spain, a 3-2 win over Georgia, and then he'd gotten a takedown, took the lead, and then Evan Wick from Cal Poly and here in Wisconsin as well. Wick rolled him through, got an exposure to tie that up. They challenged it and lost the challenge, so that made the final score 6-5. Wick would have won because he scored the last points of that match. And then also incoming Hawkeye, Cody Chittum at 70 kilos. Got beat, similar situation. He lost 10-10, gave up the final points to Germany, and then was pulled back in by the Ripage and won over Belarus, and then got the 5-1 win over Germany for the bronze. So We talked quite a few of these intermissions about the Hawkeye Wrestling Club, Arctic Plunge, and the fundraisers, and we talked Friday night about it. That's what it's for. We were able to send 4 guys over. They got some good experience, and you mentioned on Friday, it is different. Collegiate folk-style wrestling versus international freestyle wrestling, and so any opportunity you get to be able to go see overseas different experiences, what's it like in some of these different countries, and seeing a lot of different competition. Even though a lot of Americans went, still mark great chance for those guys, and hopefully learn from it and can start building as they get ready for their next opportunities.
I think that, as we mentioned and we were talking about it, the Nebraska match on Friday night, it takes a little while when you graduate from collegiate wrestling or college and you wrestle folk-style wrestling to make that transition over to freestyle. There are some similarities, but there's a lot of different techniques and different scoring positions that you have to kind of get used to and become accustomed to. And, I think if, a perfect example, and I haven't seen the full match either. I've seen a couple clips of Austin DeSanto and Sean Garrett's match. I think if they would have wrestled each other like that at the NYC, Austin DeSanto does not win that match. But because of the experience he had at the NYAC tournament back in, I think it was November, and what he learned from that from a freestyle standpoint and point of view, that really, I think, helped him a lot and prepared him a little bit for that match, similar to like what he wrestled with Sean Garrett. And besides, his hustle and his tenacity and stuff like that, he just, he came out on top. But I think a little bit of the techniques that he learned worked against him at the NYC helped him here in this tournament to bring the gold medal home from France. So congratulations to those guys, and appreciate all the support and all the pledges from the Arctic Plunge and all those people that step up and they play in the golf tournaments and are going to be coming to the banquet May 5th. In Iowa City, which is huge. And like you said, all that money goes back full circle to keep these guys around and allows them to chase their dreams of world and Olympic champions, and also, allows them to train at the Hawkeye Wrestling Club's, our regional facility there, and train with the likes of our current collegiate guys. So appreciate it very much, and good things happening in the Iowa Wrestling and Hawkeye Wrestling Club world.
Main Street Sweets been serving great ice cream and food in the heart of downtown West Branch for over 10 years, offering great burgers, tenderloins, cheese balls, and more, along with many awesome ice cream treats. Order online, call ahead, or stop in to visit. Main Street Sweets, owned and operated by my wife Jessica and me, on the web at mainstreetsweetswb.com. We are at the intermission. 15-3 is the lead for the Hawkeyes. Another quick timeout. We'll be back with more from Madison right after this. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Save big money on your next kitchen update. Now at Menards. Custom craft countertops are low maintenance, easy to install, and have a classy design. Browse our wide variety of mix and match styles and finishes for a look that's sure to wow on a budget. Menards offers a great selection of solid surfaces, laminates, and quartz countertops that will surely complement your kitchen remodel. Visit a Menards store near you and save big money on custom craft countertop.
Save big money at Menards.
I want to go on the best game day beer run ever.
New route. Local craft cellar in Cedar Rapids.
Let's go.
For the best selection of craft beer, wine, and spirits, the correct route is Local Craft Cellar. At Local Craft Cellar, find the drink of your choice and the unique items you won't find anywhere else. Plus, local Iowa specialties like your favorite Edgewood Locker brats. You've reached your destination. 7085 C Avenue Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Local Craft Cellar, Eastern Iowa's best selection of craft beer. Please drink responsibly.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
Cheers to quality beers on Saturday, January 28th at the 11th Annual Burfest. Celebrate the beers of winter and the brewers who make them at Burfest. Sample and purchase craft beers showcased by 60 breweries from across the Midwest at the Hyatt Regency Hotel at the Iowa River Landing. Proceeds benefit Coralville's Fourth Fest and the Iowa Brewers Guild. Tickets are $50. Must be 21 or older. Buy tickets at BRRFest.org.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
15-3, the Hawkeyes with the lead over Wisconsin as we are at the intermission up in Madison. And like we said earlier, Mark, getting ready to make the trek out to State College on Friday. That's going to be a big one. And I know people are already starting to look and what are matchups, how's this going to play out, this, that, or the other thing. What it comes down to is we got our task cut out for us. That's going to be a hard place to go into. Penn State is a good team, and we're going to have to wrestle really well if we want to get a team victory there.
Yeah, that goes for any team in the country when you're wrestling Penn State, as you just saw when they wrestled Michigan on this last Friday night before our Nebraska duel. They're pretty solid up and down the lineup. They're pretty weak at 125 right now. Gary Steen just hasn't been, taking over and wrestling as well as he probably wants to, and obviously that's where we're the strongest at. So that's a lopsided victory for us there. But from there on out, there are going to be some hard-fought dogfight-type matches, including, at heavyweight. So we're going to have to be on our game. We're going to have to wrestle an unbelievable dual meet to overcome the likes of Penn State, but it's definitely possible, and we're going to go into an awesome environment to compete in and to wrestle in. And Bryce Jordan Center, there's going to be over 16,000 people there and on an elevated stage. And as an athlete and a competitor, that's what you dream of, and that's what you train for, and that's what you wish for. So looking forward to it. Those are the type of matchups and dual meets that you still wish you had eligibility left so you could partake in that, and it's a lot of fun to wrestle there.
Penn State knocked off Michigan State today 34-6. I'm looking through to see. It looks like they did not wrestle Brooks at 184, so Michigan State won there.
What about 97?
97, Dean won.
What's the score?
Let me get back to it. They don't have the full recap. I'm just
That's
trying
against Caffey?
Yes. 4-0. Dean over Caffey.
Well, we're getting ready right now for Patrick Kennedy versus Dean Hamiti, and this Hamiti is a really, really good wrestler. Long, lanky, complete opposite of Patrick Kennedy, who is pretty short and compact, and that style can definitely give guys like Patrick Kennedy fits. And Patrick is a lot of straight-on wrestling, just kind of comes at you and needs to get a little bit better at hitting some more angles and hitting the flanks of his opponents, and that's what got Kobe Seabrecht that shot to finish. Hit a beautiful sweep, and Model almost fell over the top of him. We repenetrate, and we come up in the air, and we finish. But got to get off to the sides, get to the flanks and the angles, and so you're not wrestling so straight on. Quick finishes.
Score big savings. Shop online at HyVeeDeals.com. Hy-Vee is proud to support Hawkeye Wrestling.
Man, he just towers over Patrick Kennedy. So much taller. But Patrick Kennedy, a lot heavier hands.
Hamiti got beat 7-5 against Carr of Iowa State and 7-1 to number 1 Keegan O'Toole of Missouri. Also lost in the finals of the Midlands to Quincy Monday of Princeton, 4-3. Got beat last Sunday by Cameron Amin of Michigan, 5-3.
Heavy hands here, Patrick Kennedy. And that's one of the good thing about Kennedy is he just wears on you throughout a match, and that's where he could catch someone like Hamiti. Now he's hitting a straight on shot right here, head to the outside high crotch. This is where Hamiti feels really comfortable and good. We're trying to stay in there with our shoulder, not allow Hamiti to try and cut the corner on us. Trying to prevent him from cutting the corner, getting our hips back up underneath us here. Probably going to see a stalemate.
Hamiti's locked through our crotch.
Yeah, see, that's what we don't want.
Now he's starting to hip into us. He's got us extended, straightened out here.
There's
they
stalemate.
do stalemate it.
Head of the inside singles are probably going to be a little bit better than outside, because outside you can cut the corner defensively a lot easier and better. I like how we're getting to the legs early on Hamiti. Those picks by Patrick. Patrick's really good with those ankle picks. That'd be another good thing to hit on there. Hamiti hits a shot from a ways away, gets in deep on Patrick, but Patrick shows him his hips right there.
Breaks the grip, comes up into an underhook. Hamiti clears out of that. Patrick with a snap. Minute 29 to go here. First period, no score at 165 pounds. 15-3 is the lead for the Hawkeyes. Kennedy underhook. Trying to drop down to that leg. Hamiti actually steps over us. We cut off, head to the outside on that shot. Hamiti.
Good of Patrick Kennedy just to let go. They kind of baited Hamiti a little bit, let him step over us, and then we let go and came in on a shot. But here's where Hamiti's good is cutting corners. See how he's got the corner cut on us here. This is where we get in trouble.
For that crotch lift. We're still hanging on to the leg, but Hamiti trying to come around here. Now Patrick looks to get up onto his knees.
This is where it's hard. His head to the outside here. There, he's bringing his head kind of to the inside. Kind of hoping for a stalemate right now. There it is.
46 seconds to go.
Some good wrestling between these two.
Don Brand's up with some instruction for Patrick as they go back to the center.
Nice big underhook right here. Oh, Hamiti clears out and dives right in on a single, and he shoots in on this again. We'll get him in a front headlock. See if we can finish right here. Trying to bring him back down to the mat. Hamiti trying to control her hands. He does. He's able to clear out of there. Both, I tell you what, great wrestling by both guys here so far in this match. Both of them coming at each other big time. Very entertaining for a 0-0 to score. Seatbelt action right now by Kennedy.
Tried going inside trip off of that. Now drops down to the ankle. We were here just a bit ago. Hamiti almost inviting that as he goes to that overhook. With limp arm out, try to cut off. Splits there by Hamiti. Period comes to an end. No score.
Wow, great first period right there. I like the offense by Patrick and attacking and never gave up takedowns where Hamiti's really, really good.
Kennedy starts down to begin the second period. Hamiti tries to suck him back real quick. Patrick trying to get that hand control. Hamiti into that claw ride. Patrick up onto a knee, trying to peel those hands free. Up to his feet. Hamiti picks us up, puts us back down. We hit a standing switch. He drives the shoulder into our side, backs us back down to our base. We work right back up, looking for our side cradle. Patrick pulls that arm off, gets out for the escape.
Great job by Patrick Kennedy right there. And then Hamiti comes in on a shot. We get our legs back. Tell you what, Patrick Kennedy's got quick feet here this afternoon. Looking really good. Gave up 27 seconds of riding time. Now he's got Hamiti in a front headlock, pulls him back down to the mat.
Stalemate it. 1:12 to go.
He's got to keep wearing on him. Heavy hands, and really continue to keep using them.
Get that underhook in.
Nice front headlock right there. Pick right there. Pick. Ankle pick. Pulling him down to the mat. There's your pick. Yep, somebody just yelled at one of Tom or Terry, get to that ankle. Pull him back down. That ankle's right there.
40 seconds to go here, second period. They clear out of that. Hamiti stands straight up and down, hops around a little bit. Fakes, now dives in for a shot.
From ways away.
Straight on from a ways away, and we just fall back into that front headlock.
Pick! God dang it, that ankle's right there for you, kid.
Short time, 20 seconds. 20 seconds remaining in the second period.
Hamiti doing a good job when we get him in the front headlock and fighting the hands of Patrick, too. It might be one reason why he's not going to that ankle pick.
It'll be Hamiti's choice in the third. Hamiti tried to drop into a leg. Period comes to an end. Kennedy 1-0 lead for the Hawkeyes. Hamiti will start down.
Hey, we got to be smart here, too. 1, not 2. Definitely don't want to get caught rolling around with him.
Hamiti to his feet. Tries standing switch. We stay behind the arms, dropping on that leg. Hamiti works back up again. This time Patrick, tries to trip him down, gets him back to his base. Hamiti stands back up. This time Kennedy will stand flat-footed. Hamiti baited him right there and dropped in. No reversal or no escape yet as they're trying to allow for possible reversal here. Kennedy hanging on to an ankle. Hamiti trying to come through the back door. They'll stalemate it. 1:27 to go.
Nice. What happened was Hamiti came up to his feet, got hand control, and went right back in on the leg like a standing switch almost. They never really broke contact.
Hamiti to his feet. Patrick trying to pick him up. Another standing switch. And this time he does circle around behind the arms.
That's what I was afraid of.
So that makes it 2-1 now in favor of Hamiti. Patrick gets his escape, though. Shot from a ways away, Hamiti.
Come around the corner, coming around.
Now get up almost into a whip-over spot here. Patrick drops back down to that ankle. Hamiti going tight with that whizzer.
There you go. Now up with it. Now. Oh, Patrick.
Hamiti rolls through, grabs our ankle.
Don't leave your feet behind.
And there's a 2 takedown for Hamiti. Did a lot of great things here. Just allowed Hamiti to kind of bait a little bit. Now Hamiti trying to get a spladle thrown in on us. And they roll out of bounds. No points. 22 seconds left.
Yeah, Patrick's done a lot of great things in this match. I know he's losing right now 4-2, but I'm actually been really impressed with how he's been wrestling in this match and how smart he's been wrestling. Just one spot right there costed him. And he was in great position.
Caution on Hamiti. Never put the hand on the belly, just let it drape there. Tom wants to talk about something. I think they took a second off the clock that they shouldn't have. So, talking to Ray Santiago, making sure everything's correct. 19 on the clock right now. I think there was 22 when they had the false start, and it dropped down to 21. And they don't put any more time back on the clock. Kennedy into a sit out. Hand control. Up, body lock situation, gets his escape. 10 seconds left. Takedown wins it here.
Inside trip by Kennedy right there. Cuts off to a single, trying to get it. 4 seconds, not going to be able to get it.
Hamiti hangs onto the ankle and gets the win by a score of 4-3. 15-6 is the lead for the Hawkeyes. No cancer is routine. If you've been diagnosed with cancer, you want to be sure your diagnosis is accurate and you have the most up-to-date treatment plan. Before you begin your cancer treatment, you owe it to yourself and your loved ones to get a second opinion to be sure you get the personalized care your diagnosis requires. Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center is ready to quickly provide you with an expert second opinion to ensure you get the right care for your unique cancer. It's as easy as making an appointment. Visit uihc.org/cancer to learn more. 174 pounds. Drake Rhodes gets the nod for the Hawkeyes today. The freshman at 1-0, taking on Josh Otto, a junior with a 5-9 record. One, two, three, four. Otto's actually on a 5-match losing streak right now. Big opportunity for the true freshman from Billings, Montana, Drake Rhodes. Wrestled in the first duel of the year. Got a major decision over Cal Baptist.
Looked good, too. That's cool. We get to see a couple of true freshmen here.
Yeah.
Nelson Brands tweaked something during the Nebraska duel that I don't think myself or anyone really noticed or seen. So obviously it can't be too major, and I'm sure not really needed for this dual meet. And with Penn State coming up, I think it's probably smart to, make sure he feels good and he's healed up.
by here. No score, 174 pounds. Rhodes for the Hawkeyes, Otto for Wisconsin. Far knee attempt there by Rhodes, but couldn't get through. Rhodes trying to get his hands on Otto. Otto pushing him away, dancing around a lot.
What a great opportunity for a couple of these true freshmen. And it's nice that they have that rule this year that, you can wrestle up to 5 times as a true freshman, which I didn't know that was the rule until you guys clarified that for me on the way up here. I was thinking it was anybody that's redshirting could wrestle up to 5 times throughout the year, but it's only the true freshmen.
Shot by Otto straight on, but Rhodes able to keep those hips sagged.
Anyway, they can wrestle up to 5 times without losing their red shirt.
Nice double attempt right there by Rhodes for the 2.
Beautiful shot by Rhodes right at the ankles. He's a takedown Otto for a quick 2-point takedown. Shots like that right at the ankles prevents the guy from getting his feet back at all. Just like lassoing him up right around the ankles. Makes for a quick takedown.
2-0 is the lead. 42 seconds remain in the first period. Otto to his feet. Big mat return. Bounces right back to his base into a tripod. Rhodes on the right side. Picks him up, trips him down. Switch action into a sit-out now. Rhodes trying to get that hand control as Otto to his feet, trying to peel those hands free. Rhodes trips him down, pulls him back down to the mat. Otto, base, tripod, to his feet. We trip him back down, right back to his base. Another tripod. We forward pressure, going to that spiral ride. Slide out of bounds, 14 seconds to go.
Nice job right there by Rhodes, Drake Rhodes. That's a good ride by Drake Rhodes. Really good ride. Lots of pressure forward. Look, they started in the middle and they worked all the way over to the edge there.
And he put him down, 5 times or so? I mean, it's not like they just walked straight out. Gives up the escape, though, with 8 seconds left.
That's not what we wanted.
That's one of those true freshman mistakes that you got to know that clock and mat awareness and be able to hang on for the final 8 seconds. Rhodes' choice. He'll start down. He's got 40 seconds built towards his riding time. Otto covers. Right away up to his feet is Rhodes. Otto tries to trip us down, drop into an ankle. We scoot the hips back, get out for the escape. 3-1 is the lead now for Drake Rhodes.
Get back in on that shot or a different one. The takedown this period could go a long ways. Really open the gap of this match here.
Shot by Otto. Trying to stuff the head. Now he's able to get down on that leg, elevates it up. Looked like we were in good spot right there, but just couldn't quite get that leg back far enough. Otto hanging onto that leg. We're doing almost like a 2-on-1 though. Reaches across, tries to trip us down. We get back out front, hipping into him.
Get that leg back, an extra oomph back. Now we're allowing Otto to relock his grip, and he whips.
Slides us by, gets around behind, but we're able to get up to our feet. No points yet.
Limp arms. He limped arm out of that. Don't give this up.
Trying to trip us down, Rhodes. Squares back up as he drops down to the leg, cutting off to a double leg. We're reaching back, trying to grab a leg. And there's the 2 takedown with 43 seconds left.
Kept your hips square and got your legs back there instead of reaching through and trying to do something kind of cute there like a standing switch. Now that ties it up 3-3. This is a big escape point for us now this period. Got to get out, 35 seconds left to go.
Blood time, it looks like, for Otto. Molly's Cupcakes, proudly serving their cookies and treats inside Kinnick Stadium and Carver Hawkeye Arena. For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by their downtown Iowa City location for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes, a proud supporter of the Iowa Hawkeyes. 15-6 is the lead for the Hawkeyes. Spencer Lee with the fall. Brody Teske, a 4-0 decision. Real Woods, a 9-2 decision. Max Murin losing 5-3 to number 2 Austin Gomez. Kobe Seabrecht with a 3-2 win, and then Patrick Kennedy giving up a takedown in the third, losing 4-3 to number 6 Dean Hamiti. Brings us here to 174, where true freshman Drake Rhodes just got taken down here with 35 seconds to go in the second period. Ties this matchup at 3 apiece.
Oh, false start on Otto. This is big for us here.
Rhodes up to his feet. Gets the hand control and gets the escape. That'll make it 4-3 now in favor of Rhodes.
That's a big escape.
Non-tie situation. Now we get him across into those left-handed collars.
Man, Rhodes did such a great job fighting off all that big old scramble and attempts of takedowns, and then just keep your hips back.
Another shot there by Otto. We get into an underhook. They scrawl out of bounds.
No way. No way.
They call stalling on Rhodes.
Unbelievable.
He had the underhook in and was trying to circle.
Tom wants to throw the chair in. Tom wants to throw the chair. He literally picked the chair up above his head. It's just unbelievable. How can you possibly call that?
They got blood time right now. Tom's still trying to figure out. I mean, yeah, they came across in the shot, and Rhodes had the underhook in, and he's trying to scoot his hips and turn, and gets driven out of bounds. And they call him for stalling. Again, that's where they've tried to legislate things too much rather than allowing Ray Santiago to have the discretion to say, was that stalling or was that wrestling? It's he was backing out of bounds.
I like how you worded that. They tried to legislate stuff too much. You're 100% correct. They're trying to make it so the referees don't have to make the calls, that the rules make it for them.
Riding time's not starting. Suck back attempt by Rhodes. Otto to his feet. Gets slammed back down. Otto to his feet. Squares up. They go out of bounds. Gets the escape, though.
So there was 16.
16,
we just
26,
ran off.
Should be 42. Either way, it'll be 4-4, and riding time not a factor. That is correct. They get it to 42. So on neutral with 1:34 to go here in regulation. 4-4 score. Drake Rhodes, true freshman for the Hawkeyes, against junior Josh Otto for Wisconsin. Each guy with a takedown and 2 escapes. There's
nice
a shot by Rhodes. Comes up. Underhook situation. And Otto tries to throw us by. They slide out of bounds. No points. Head back to the center. Rhodes. Approaching a minute left in regulation. Half attempt there by Otto, then a reshot by Rhodes. Comes up. Over-under situation. Neither guy real deep with that. And they push each other away.
Come on, Rhodes, finish this out. There's a shot from a ways away. Trying to get that low single again. Now he reshoots on us, takes us down.
Makes it 6-4 with 30 seconds left.
Come on, don't stop wrestling. Don't stop wrestling, Rhodes. Up to your feet. Oh, my gosh. That should be stalling on the other guy. Darn right.
Pushed him out of bounds. So 24 seconds left. Chris Bono letting his guy know you got called there, so to get to their feet, just let him go. That's a false start. 23 seconds remains here.
I think that's his second one now.
Rhodes to his feet. Now trying to drop down to the leg. Now just lets him out for the escape. 6-5, 15 seconds left. Rhodes trying to find an underhook. Half attempt right there. And he's not going to be able to get through. And Otto's going to get the win 6-5.
Couple of tough losses out of 65-74 for the Hawks right there. A lot of effort, though, out of Rhodes, Drake Rhodes. He went out fighting.
15-9 is the lead for the Hawkeyes. We'll take a timeout and be back with more from Madison. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Cheers to quality beers on Saturday, January 28th at the 11th Annual Burfest. Celebrate the beers of winter and the brewers who make them at Burfest. Sample and purchase craft beers showcased by 60 breweries from across the Midwest at the Hyatt Regency Hotel at the Iowa River Landing. Proceeds benefit Coralville's Fourth Fest and the Iowa Brewers Guild. Tickets are $50. Must be 21 or older. Buy tickets at BRRFest.org.
Save big money on your next kitchen update. Now at Menards. Custom craft countertops are low maintenance, easy to install, and have a classy design. Browse our wide variety of mix and match styles and finishes for a look that's sure to wow on a budget. Menards offers a great selection of solid surfaces, laminates, and quartz countertops that will surely complement your kitchen remodel. Visit a Menards store near you and save big money on custom craft countertops.
Save big money at Menards.
Okay, close your eyes and imagine.
Well, unless you're driving.
Yes, imagine you bought a scratch ticket from the Iowa Lottery.
Or someone gave you one.
Yes, right. And you scratch, and you've won.
Won big.
Yes, in fact, there are 13 holiday games with big cash prizes. And if you don't win, play it again. You can still win up to $100,000 in the VIP club.
But you have to enter and see rules and complete details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Yes, thank you.
I want to go on the best game day beer run ever.
New route. Local craft cellar in Cedar Rapids.
Let's go.
For the best selection of craft beer, wine, and spirits, the correct route is Local Craft Cellar. At Local Craft Cellar, find the drink of your choice and the unique items you won't find anywhere else. Plus, local Iowa specialties like your favorite Edgewood Locker brats. You've reached your destination. 7085 C Avenue Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Local Craft Cellar, Eastern Iowa's best selection of craft beer. Please drink responsibly.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
Move to 184 pounds. Welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin, the UW Fieldhouse. Number 8, Assad for the Hawkeyes taking on Tyler Dow, senior with a record of 4-9 on the season. 15-9 is the lead for the Hawkeyes. Back-to-back losses to start this second half. Need Abe to turn that tide back here, Mark. Do it with emphasis, get some bonus points.
I sure hope so. I mean, I hope that Abe Assad's wired kind of like how you're thinking, and the fact that turn around and do it with some emphasis and going after like a fall, Well, that's good. This Dow's walkout song's from Johnny Cash, same song as Tony Cassioppi's walkout song.
Get the okay from the head table. Assad comes in, shakes hands. We're underway here. 15-9, the team score in favor of the Hawkeyes. Dow last weekend lost by Tech Fall to number 9 Fine Silver of Michigan. A couple weeks ago also lost by Tech Fall to Brooks of Penn State. There's Abe double, cuts off to the single, head to the inside, trying to post, comes up, gets him draped up over the back. Dow doing a good job scrambling here. Abe trying to adjust again, looking to suck that in, seeing if he can get his hips up under him, but Dow hipping hard into us. Now Abe does stand up with it. Dow gets his toe down to the mat. Assad comes up into a seatbelt action here. He's got double overs, seeing if he can use something with it. Assad trying to clear out. Dow trying to adjust. There, Abe goes inside trip. Dow goes inside trip against us and puts Abe to his back. No.
Yeah, he does.
Yep, now he does.
That's tight, too. That's tight. Abe was somewhere he didn't really care for or want to be.
He's got a long time to fight this off, 1:40.
There's the fall. Wow. Wow, Dow.
1:23, the time of the fall.
A 5-9 record.
Ties this match up at 15. When you plant Whiffles, you're not just choosing superior seed corn, you're making a statement, one that says staying independent, staying family owned means something on your farm. Make your choice, plant your independence, plant Whiffles. Double overs. You just had those hands cinched in tight. Abe trying to clear out, and Dow went for it, hit that inside trip. And Abe trying to fight it off, and as he was doing it, just enough where both shoulders hit at the same time. That moves us to 197. Another true freshman for the Hawkeyes, Colby Franklin, freshman in 8-3, taking on Braxton Amos, sophomore, number 13 in the country. Runner-up at Midlands this year. Lost to Zach Bronigal. Badger fans suddenly into it, Mark.
Wow, 15-15.
Four to 4 in matches, one so far. Each team with a fall and 3 decisions. How big was that missed major decision for Real Woods?
Well, honestly, it probably wouldn't matter because that would only be a 1 point. And no matter who wins this match, they're going for the fall here.
Yeah.
I saw John Reeder stop Amos on the way out and talking to him, and I guarantee you he was saying, hey, go for bonus here. Because that's going to force Cassioppi to have to get bonus on Hilger, which he's done before. But Hilger is no slouch.
No. Attempt from Amos from a ways away. Franklin clears out.
I think these guys wrestled in high school. I was asking Warner about this. And these guys wrestling, if he knew if Franklin ever wrestled. This is our third string 97-pounder.
Yeah.
Warner, nothing wrong there. They're just kind of giving him the day off or whatever. And then Glazier, Zach Glazier has a bum wheel right now. And then so now you're down to your third string true freshman, Franklin. But you don't expect, a guy like Abe Assad to go out and get pinned.
I mean, we're just saying let's get some bonus points
by a guy that's unranked and has a 5-9 record. I mean,
yeah,
no one would have ever expected that. That was huge for them. That's a humongous turning point in this dual meet.
Approaching a minute to go here in the first period. No score. 15-15 is the team score. Final 2 matches.
Amos, ranked 13th, 12-4 sophomore out of Mineral Wells, West Virginia.
Franklin out of Pennsylvania. Trying to find that underhook.
But I think Warner said that these guys wrestled in high school once, and Amos beat Franklin like 5-2 or something.
30 seconds. Closing in on a hard 30 first period.
Right-handed collar tied tight there from Amos. Tries to pass that by. Drops for a shot. Gets Franklin reacting. Colby comes back. at the end right there as the period comes to an end scoreless. Amos defers. Franklin's going to choose down. Franklin set. Amos covers. Coming around looking for a half on the left side. Franklin. And that base out wide, reaching up, peels that half out into a tripod. Back down to a knee, stands up. Amos bumps us forward, tries to pick us up. Puts us back down. Colby rebuilds that base. Now Amos trying to throw a leg in. Pulls it out. Capping our left ankle as we go into a tripod again. To our feet, Amos around the waist, trying to pick us up. Trapping that leg there, trying to slow his momentum, but he's able to put us back down. We get back into a tripod.
Gaining a lot of good riding time here.
Puts us back down again.
We just keep building our base, coming up to our feet. We got to keep working here. He is at 1 minute now for riding time. Trying to throw a half and run it over. Looking to turn us now.
We'll peel that out of there. 45 seconds to go here in the second period. Amos throwing the leg in. Forward pressure. We're staying at our base. There, tries rolling us through. Almost got a.
We kind of tried rolling ourselves through in that situation almost. It was weird. We almost put ourselves to our back, rolled ourselves to our back.
Franklin's reach back, grab a leg. Amos staying behind the arms, now looking for a far side cradle out of that. Period will come to an end. Franklin gets ridden out, so now Amos will start down most likely.
This announcer's pretty cheesy. Did you just yell we're going downtown?
I didn't quite hear. I
said we're going downtown. It chose down up to his feet. 1 point escape. So he has 1 point escape. So Amos leads 1-0, and he has riding time as well. So Franklin needs to get a takedown for sure, just to tie it, and then continue to ride out for the period to go into overtime or 2 takedowns.
Franklin coming across. Collar tie, rubbing the foreheads. Drops in for a shot, head to the inside, fully extended those. Amos, reach back, lock through our crotch. Seeing if he can cut the corner on us. Colby
Come on,
trying to
Colby.
suck that in.
Colby's got to re-penetrate. Get his hips back up underneath him. It's hard to do when your head's buried underneath him on the inside, though.
Amos trying to break our grip. Now hipping into us, trying to get us flat.
Be smart here. You can't just hang on and go to your back. You got to give up the takedown before giving up near fall. Be smart here. Be smart. Oh, my goodness. He is. He's got a cradle locked up. We're in trouble here.
39 seconds left.
No. Do not go to your back.
Franklin breaks out of that cradle.
God dang it, that was scary. But he's still going to go to his back. He's got a leg turk in. Now he's got a cross face.
10 seconds left. Amos will get the riding time. He will win 4-0. Wisconsin leads 18-15 as we go to the heavyweights. We'll have that when we come back. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Stock up on your big game essentials with Local Craft Cellar. Local Craft Cellar in Cedar Rapids is your one-stop shop, offering Eastern Iowa's best selection of craft beer, wine, and spirits, plus Edgewood locker meats and a wide variety of Iowa-made products. At Local Craft Cellar, they have the stuff you won't find anywhere else. Stop by today at 7085 C Avenue Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Again, that's 7085 C Avenue Northeast. Please drink responsibly.
Save big money on your next kitchen update, now at Menards. Custom craft countertops are low maintenance, easy to install, and have a classy design. Browse our wide variety of mix and match styles and finishes for a look that's sure to wow on a budget. Menards offers a great selection of solid surfaces, laminates, and quartz countertops that will surely complement your kitchen remodel. Visit a Menards store near you and save big money on custom craft countertops.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm here for Pioneer Brand Seeds, a block away from another ag company's corporate office. This company concentrates their breeders here in one centralized location. That's not how Pioneer works. Our breeders are located where their test plots are. That way, Pioneer corn breeders gain insights about what does and doesn't work for a local geography in real time. Ask your local Pioneer sales representative about field-proven Pioneer brand corn hybrids. And like our breeders, they're located near you.
Cheers to quality beers on Saturday, January 28th at the 11th Annual Burfest. Celebrate the beers of winter and the brewers who make them at Burfest. Sample and purchase craft beers showcased by 60 breweries from across the Midwest at the Hyatt Regency Hotel at the Iowa River Landing. Proceeds benefit Coralville's Fourth Fest and the Iowa Brewers Guild. Tickets are $50. Must be 21 or older. Buy tickets at BRRFest.org.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
We move to the heavyweights. Hawks trail by a score of 18-15 right now.
Well, luckily we got a pretty good anchor on our team on Tony Cassioppi. This makes me feel pretty confident, but I was also really confident going into the 184-pound match as well when Assad was wrestling a guy that was not ranked at all, and with a 4-9 or a 5-9 record, not even close to 500, and throws us to our back and pins us in the first period. So that's the thing about the sport of wrestling. Anything could happen, I'll tell you that.
6 times these guys have wrestled. Tony winning 3-2, 4-0, 9-1, 8-0, 10-0, 9-3. Hilger has already taken on the top 2 guys in the country. He lost 6-2 to Kirk Fleet, and he lost 4-0 to Mason Paris.
So it comes down to the ties. 18-18 goes off most matches won, right?
Yep, which would be tied. So then it goes to the number of falls.
Falls, which would be tied.
So then it would come to total match
points.
Which we're ahead 27-23 right now.
Well, if we win this match, which we have to tie it anyway to go to criteria, we would win that then. But let's just win it outright with a pin right here would be phenomenal and really, really, really shut this Badger Nation crowd up.
Hilger looks like he's put on a little bit of weight.
Yeah, he definitely has put some weight on. He used to be kind of a smaller heavyweight, and I think that's obviously why he wrestled just regular decisions against Kirkley and Paris as well, too. Just I think it's helped a lot putting weight on.
45 off the clock here. No score.
And it hasn't helped that we didn't wrestle Nelson Brands at 74 and threw out a true freshman who gets beat by a point. And we don't wrestle Warner at 97, throw out our third-string true freshman. He gets beat.
Snatch attempt there by Tony, but Hilger able to keep the hands there. Block it off.
Real quick recap here with Spencer Lee getting out right out of the gate with a fall. Teske with a 4-0 win. Woods with a 9-2 win, which should have been a major. Murin gets beat by Gomez 5-3. Seabrecht with a big win over Motto. How big was that win now?
No kidding.
From Seabrecht. Beautiful, beautiful executed takedown with at the very end of regulation, third period there with a 3-1 win. Kennedy gets beat by Hamiti. He's in great position to finish, and then getting out of position just a split second there, and Hamiti took advantage of it and beats Kennedy 4-3. And then Drake Rose, true freshman for us at 174, gets beat 6-5. And then Assad gets thrown to his back and pinned. And then Colby Franklin, another true freshman for us at 197, our third string 197 pounder, just got beat 4-1. So that gives Wisconsin 18-15 lead going into heavyweight. And right now, there's really been no action between the two of these guys.
Tony changed levels, and Hilger reshot and touched our leg, but neither guy's really committed to anything. Mark just gave us our Hawkeye Dual Meet recap presented by Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, a luxury hotel and spa, 5 restaurants and more, just minutes south of Iowa City. First period will come to an end scoreless. Iowa Style Apparel, your stop for all things Hawkeye. Get the latest looks for Hawk fans of all ages, including an expansive Hawkeye wrestling section. Shop online at iowastyleapparel.com or visit their store on Edgewood Road Southwest in Cedar Rapids. Iowa Style Apparel, your home for all things Hawkeye.
I promise you, that was the first time that Tony Cassioppi's wrestled Hilger here and hasn't scored a takedown in the first period.
Maybe the first time they wrestled when it was 3-2.
I don't know. He's usually come out.
And Hilger gets the escape. Hilger not been able to get out from under Tony very often, but did so there. So he leads 1-0. A little short drag attempt there. Hilger dropped to the mat real low.
I like this test, though, for Tony Cassioppi, kind of in a come down to heavyweight. Nice shot right there by Cassioppi. Tries cutting off. Hilger tries cutting the corner on us. Now he's reached over, grabbing our leg.
Tony trying to elevate him
Be
here.
smart here. Don't get hurt here, Tony Cassioppi. Don't get hurt here. Now you can reach over and grab his head. Reach over with your left hand. There you go. Now get your leg back.
There's neutral danger.
Why was he not counting that earlier?
I don't know. Tom's going to challenge that.
Might as well. It's heavyweight. You're not going to. It's the last match of the duel.
Ray Santiago has been slow on the counts today.
He's been slow getting into position. But this is a good test for Tony Cassioppi coming down to heavyweight here. This is kind of what may very easily happen against Kirkley next Friday night against Penn State in a big hostile environment.
So they're going to go over and look at this. To me, it felt like it was the 3 count. Tony hit that shot. Hilger using that extra size, though, to be able to slow him down a little bit. Then in the scramble, Tony, after Hilger dove back and grabbed our leg, Tony reached back. You'd said, scoop the head, and Tony kind of went cross-face. I was thinking like you kind of scoop that head almost like you're trying to pin him and pick that head up. But instead, he went cross-face, and that allowed Hilger to roll through. But it felt like Hilger was there for the 3 count. They're talking right now. No takedown. Not surprised that he didn't wave that off or change his call. 50 seconds to go, second period. Cassioppi trailing 1-0. Hawks trail 18-15. Tony with a snap.
Hilger last year, 2 years ago, I think he was up all the way ranked up to like 2 or 3 in the country.
Snap by Tony into a front headlock, trying to get around. Hilger doing a good job staying square with him.
Hilger doing a good job moving his feet, squaring, clearing out of stuff, rolling us through. He's actually wrestling really well, and we're not handling him like we have normally handled him. I think a lot of it, I'm surprised, like you mentioned before, he's put some weight on. It looks like he's put a good 20 pounds on, 15, 20 pounds on. But I'm surprised how well he's moving his feet for putting that amount of weight on.
Hilger leads 1-0 as we go to the third. Tony gets set. Hilger, a lot of forward pressure. Tony up to his feet, out for the escape. So we're tied up at 1. Comes down to this. This is a shot by Tony, head to the inside.
Nice job coming up in the air with it. Steps over the ankle. Bam, 2-point takedown. Beautiful, beautiful shot and takedown.
Cassioppi leads 3-1 now with 1.5 minutes to go.
That was a great, great shot. Remind me a lot of Kobe Seabrecht shot. Beautiful shot and immediately up in the air with it. Quick finish.
Tony goes to that far wrist. Pulls it down. Across the belly. On the side. Hilger pulls that free. 1 minute to go. Riding time 40 seconds and counting.
Don't let him up. Don't let him up. You keep riding him, Tony Cassioppi. Drive forward. Don't just pull it in. Drive forward. Should drive forward there. You got to drive forward. Don't just pull it back. That's what allows him to come back. Drive forward. Take the weight over his wrist. Now we got riding time.
35 seconds left. Hilger's at his base. Tony just forward pressure. Right on the edge. They slide out, head back to the center.
Keep him down. 27 seconds. Just keep him down. We're up 3-1 right now. We got 1:12 riding time. Keep him down, but at the same time, you got to be smart, not give up a reversal either. There you go. Nice. Hilger tried to come up to his feet and roll, and we stuffed him hard there. And that's going to do it right there. There's 20 seconds to go, but that's it. That's match.
Hilger trying to turn back into us. And will not be able to. Tony Cassioppi with the riding time will win 4-1. That is going to tie it up 18-18. It should come down to tiebreaker number 3. Most match points, 31-24 in favor of the Hawkeyes.
Nice job, Tony Cassioppi.
They're going to announce it right now. They are looking at it to make the actual determination as the teams make their handshake. These guys just getting through the line here. They're not worried about what the tiebreaker comes down to. By tiebreaker 3. Third criteria, 31-24 total match points scored. So the Hawks get away with the win, 19-18. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with your post-meet. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
I'm in an area called trade integration at Pioneer. So what's the trade being integrated? The Enlist E3 trade for soybeans. And what's it being integrated with? That's the big news. The Enlist E3 trait is now integrated with Pioneer's own exclusive and elite genetics. They're called Pioneer Brand A-Series Enlist E3 soybeans. And there are no other soybeans like it on the market. Pioneer brand A-Series Enlist E3 soybeans, like no other.
Hi, Hawkeye fans. My name is Denali. And I'm Briley. We're still members of your Iowa Hawkeye softball team. During the off-season, conditioning is number one. At Iowa City Tire and Service, they keep our cars in top running condition year-round. And they treat their customers like family. Find them at 410 Kirkwood Avenue or online at ictire.com. Proud sponsors of Hawkeye softball. Iowa City Tire and Service, where service actually comes first. Go Hawks! Woo-hoo!
Today on Hey Culligan, smooth skin and soft hair comes from where? Here's Mike.
Hey Culligan, I've tried every conditioner, lotion, and body wash known to man, and my skin still feels like sandpaper.
It could be your water, Mike.
Oh, that's harsh.
More like hard water. Are you interested in smart, high-efficiency water softeners from Culligan Water?
Huh?
Want baby smooth skin and soft, luxurious hair?
Yeah, can you hurry? I have a date tonight.
We're already on the way, Mike. Let us help you out with the free in-home water test from a local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
I've had COVID.
Me too.
But I didn't know you could get it again.
What?
And if you're 50 or older?
Or have a chronic condition like heart disease or diabetes.
Getting COVID again could get really serious, even deadly.
That's why getting an updated COVID vaccine is so important.
COVID isn't going away anytime soon, but I can lower my risk.
And I'm up for that.
We can do this. Find updated COVID vaccines near you at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
Back at the UW Fieldhouse, the Hawks sneak out of here with a 19-18 victory. 5-5 in matches. Each team with a fall comes down to total match points. And the Hawks with a 31-24 advantage on that. And Mark, you go back and you look, and that's why you got to wrestle every match. You don't say, oh, well, I came up close, but it came away. I mean, I'm thinking Real Woods could have come away with major decision. And, you know, that 1 point would have been the difference right there. You look at Patrick Kennedy, not letting his feet sag for that half second and giving up the takedown. I mean, just so many little things that could have made this a much more comfortable victory. Instead, we got to go to the rule book and come away winning by an extra point awarded to us because of how many match points we scored.
You know, that's how it goes sometimes. It's not how you want it to go, but that's how it goes sometimes, especially when you got a couple of starters out and then one of your main guys, something crazy, freaky happens and they wrestle 100 times and, Assad wins 99 of them. And the one time he doesn't win just happens to be here right there. So can you imagine what Abe Assad's feeling like right now? And then, you go back to the Patrick Kennedy match. Patrick wrestled really well in that match. I was actually quite impressed by how well he wrestled and scrambled in some certain situations and how smart he was by staying in a good position. And then at the end was in a really good position to finish that shot, just reaching over that far ankle. And then I really couldn't tell what happened from the angle we were at, but it looked like he didn't get it. And then Hamiti turned right into him, hit him kind of like a switch, and then somehow just came right out on top really quick, and that was a difference. But a lot of close matches in that match. 74 was another one that we could have, should have, would have, could have, probably maybe pulled out there, even if it was a true freshman. So that's why every time you step on the mat, you got to be toe the line to be ready to go. And if you got an opportunity to get a major, you get a major. If you got an opportunity to get a tech, you get a tech. If you got an opportunity to put someone away and get the fall, you get the fall. And you're always going for the biggest and best thing that you can possibly get. And kudos to Kobe Seabrecht for getting that big takedown at the end of his match in the third period there. And kudos to Tony Cassioppi at heavyweight. Big takedown right there in the third period. Quick, hard shot, finish, perfectly executed, and I was able to get a big ride out the rest of that dual meet. But you know what? Here's the thing. We walk out of here, Wisconsin and the fans are all walking out of here like a moral victory. And you just, that kind of burns at you a little bit because, you don't even want it to have to come down to criteria or be close or anything like that. Wisconsin, they're just licking their chops. They just, nearly took us right down to the wire, team in the country, and it's the Hawks. And I don't even like having situations like that, but it is what it is. And you know what? You regroup and you move on and you put this behind you. It's not like we wrestled bad.
Yeah.
It just kind of a freak deal and starting a couple true freshmen, and that's potentially what could happen when you don't have your full lineup in the lineup. So, and it's good that Brody Teske came out today and wrestled too. He got a 4-0 decision. That's big. He doesn't wrestle today, more likely we don't win that match. We don't win the duel.
Yeah.
So we did really well in a lot of situations. Could have done better in a couple other tight situations, but we're sneaking out of here with a victory today and a W, and that's what matters at the end of the day. And head to State College Thursday.
19-18, the final score in favor of the Hawkeyes. We'll step out for one more break. We'll be back to wrap things up from Madison right after this. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
I want to go on the best game day beer run ever.
New route, local craft cellar in Cedar Rapids.
Let's go.
For the best selection of craft beer, wine, and spirits, the correct route is Local Craft Cellar. At Local Craft Cellar, find the drink of your choice and the unique items you won't find anywhere else. Plus, local Iowa specialties like your favorite Edgewood Locker brats. You've reached your destination. 7085 C Avenue Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Local Craft Cellar, Eastern Iowa's best selection of craft beer. Please drink responsibly.
The best beers are the ones shared with friends. Gather yours and join the fun with Travel Leaders Destination Unlimited and their 23 Oktoberfest and Bohemian Adventure. Go on a trolley beer crawl in Prague, raft a river, climb a mountain, and celebrate in Munich's Oktoberfest. Learn more at duagency.com.
We're all looking for ways to fight inflation. Choosing Monica's can help. Their portions are big, so you can share your meal with someone in your group and still get plenty. Or just take your leftovers home for a free meal tomorrow. Also, you can always order off the specials menu. Every day there are 2 items on special. And always take advantage of free bread and soft drink refills and happy hour on weekdays. Monica's, a great way to fight inflation.
Hit a deer? Call Premier. Premier Automotive in North Liberty is Eastern Iowa's most trusted name in auto body repair. Our premier reputation is built on providing superior customer service, accurate estimates, and high-quality work. Our experienced staff guarantees your vehicle is restored and back on the road in no time. Premier Automotive in North Liberty or online at premierautoiowa.com. Drive safely, but if you hit a deer, call Premier.
Your station for Iowa wrestling all season long is AM 800 KXIC in Iowa City. Now let's wrap up tonight's broadcast. Here once again is Stephen Grace.
The Hawkeyes play here on AM 800 KXIC, Iowa City's Hawkeye sports leader.
19-18, the final score. The Hawkeyes with the win over Wisconsin here this afternoon. Started off at 125 pounds. Spencer Lee with the fall in 4 minutes and 37 seconds. Brody Teske with a 4-0 win over Lamont at 141 pounds. Second-ranked Real Woods picks up the 9-2 win. Max Murin drops a 5-3 decision to number 2 Austin Gomez. Kobe Seabrecht to take down in the third period to get the 3-2 victory. Patrick Kennedy gets taken down in the third to lose 4-3. Drake Rhodes losing by a score of 6-5. Assad gets caught in double overs and put to his back. He gets pinned in 1:23. Colby Franklin gets the nod at 197. He loses by a score of 4-0 to Braxton Amos. Tony Cassioppi comes back, gets the 4-1 victory over Hilger at heavyweight. Tied it up at 18. Hawks win on tiebreaker criteria number 3, most match points scored. 31-24. That gives them the 19-18 victory over the Badgers. Get ready to hop on a plane on Thursday and head out east to State College to take on Penn State. Nittany Lions are rolling, Mark. We saw them Friday night take care of number 3 Michigan, and Hawks are going to be up against a tall challenge, but I think these guys are going to be looking forward to that opportunity Friday night.
Yeah, I think it was a maybe. You know, we luckily came away with a victory, but, you know, knowing that, hey, you can't take anybody for granted. You got to be ready to go every time you step on the mat. It doesn't matter what the ranking is, doesn't matter what your record is. Obviously, that was shown at 184 pounds. You got to be ready to go when you toe the line. And we got to be ready to go when we step on the plane to go to State College on Thursday, and especially when we toe the line Friday night at 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. Is it 7 p.m. Iowa time or 9
p.m.
9 p.m. out east. Woo, that's going to be a late night.
Yeah, 9 p.m. out east, 8 o'clock in Iowa City. So we'll be on the air with a 7:45 pre-meet, and then action gets underway from the Bryce Jordan Center at 8 o'clock.
Why don't we get the 6 p.m. like it was for Michigan? Why do we got to wait until 9 p.m.?
Good question. Waiting to get more TV viewers. They feel like we're a better draw.
That
would be my guess.
All right.
All right, Mark, let's get packed up so we can hop in the van and head back to Iowa City and get ready to go from there. So for Mark Ironside, this is Stephen Grace. Hawks win 19-18. We'll talk to you Friday night from State College. This has been Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, you've been listening to Hawkeye Wrestling. Presented by Pioneer, an American seed brand since 1926. Also brought to you by Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Oak Knoll, an active life care community. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, your family-friendly, dependable, and honest auto repair shop. Celebrating 29 good years in Iowa City. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, a luxury hotel and spa, 5 restaurants and more, just minutes south of Iowa City. Homewood and Home 2 Suites, preferred hotel of the Hawkeye Radio Network. And by Pioneer, an American seed brand since 1926. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.
We now join Fox Sports Radio, already in progress on 800 KXIC and available on your Amazon smart speakers just by saying, Alexa, play 800 KXIC on iHeartRadio.
What have they accomplished is very, very fair, and it is a true criticism. And not only that, Aaron, you now add the element of now what's going to happen to us. So now you're adding an extra layer of, my goodness, are we just jinxed? Are we cursed? Are we never to win a Super Bowl or go back or get this, this monkey off of our back? And it was like that with the playoff drought that they had. Like, we even forget, like, the Music City Miracle happened to the Bills.
Sure.
But, like, that's another one that Bills fans can point to and be like, well, that happened to us. And that's a layer that comes onto it. So I think your point is very fair. And then now when you add on to this, of like the expectations of 30 years ago and the thought process that we're cursed and this isn't going to happen, it's going to even make it that much more difficult for Buffalo down the line. And this is a real thing that we could be witnessing.
I am, and that's not what I'm saying. I just think this specific group, this was the year that you were out of excuses. 2 years ago, Josh Allen, he's young, he's this, he's that. Last year, Arrowhead, you're on the brink. Well, this year you come back. You're the favorites in the preseason. You win the division. Yes, you had a major injury to Von Miller, but to your point, Dan, and this is the point that we started the segment with, this hasn't been the same team the last 5, 6, 7 weeks, whatever it's been. So we can disagree on the semantics, but let me ask you, is this season a failure if you can't get out of the divisional round at home?
Well, yeah, I think it's a failure for them. I think whoever loses next week, if the Bills don't advance, if it's the Bengals or the Chiefs, is a failure for them.
You think it's a failure? You think
yes.
if Cincinnati goes to KC without 3 starting offensive linemen and they lose, that season's a failure?
Well, yeah, they went to the Super Bowl last year. I think that their goal is to go back and actually win the Super Bowl. I don't think that they're racking up AFC championship appearances and they're going to be satisfied with that. I think there are very few teams that can be satisfied. Like the Bengals last year probably could be satisfied with that. From where they were and where they came from, there's probably an instance where, they did lose the Super Bowl even though they had the football at the 50-yard line, with a chance to win the game. Looking back in hindsight, that's probably a game, a season that you look back and say, all right. But to not, to get that far, to get to the AFC Championship game and maybe lose that game and not be able to cash in, yeah, I would think that that's a disappointment.
Well, I think you're disappointed because if you've gone to the Super Bowl, you want to get back.
Yeah.
But I also think there are mitigating factors that kind of keep things from keep you from reaching your ultimate success, right? Yeah, the Rams were a really disappointing team this year, but they also had their star quarterback go out early in the year. Cooper Kupp goes out, with 7-8 weeks left in the season.